Hexacan.
Welcome to the worst damn crypto show, period. I'm your host, Romanian Dan. I got with me the famous CryptoToLearn.com. What's going on, buddy?
What up, yo? What's poppin'? Everything's crashing, yo.
It's all over.
New way controls everything. Oh. Fuck it. Yo, what's up, everyone? So this week's gonna be a very brief episode, guys, because there's not much to say. Shit is at 2.4 cents, like your boy called it. It's happening. So shit's gonna go down. You know, we see that it doesn't look good. There's going to be a lot of liquidations happening. We got that grayscale crap. We got a lot of actual addresses being liquidated. We got Michael Saylor selling. We got, yeah, man. We got this little Binance FUD going. So I think the markets are going to go a bit lower. That's my opinion. We're going to go around. We're going to go look at some couple of things. I want to talk about the T-share price. So we're going to look at Hex daily stats. We're going to look at COWSWAP protocol because apparently they have limit orders now where you can buy Hex. And you don't have to have ETH for a gas fee. Or you could just buy everything straight with ETH, native ETH. We're going to go check that out. I think it was a really cool post that Hextrover posted. So we're going to check that out. Another thing, what else is there? There's what else is there? Last day to get your ASIC tokens at a 1-to-5 conversion from PLSD. What else?
You changed your mind on Zen, maybe, with the Zen NFT?
Oh man, you just want to. No, I didn't change my mind. I feel like after debating with a lot of Bitcoin maxis and debating with people that actually know fuck all about us. I think it's time for us to, put our money where our mouth is and actually know everything. So I was actually looking into some stuff, and it's a bit. I would suggest everyone to read it. If you're someone who defends Hex, if you're someone who, if you're a maxi, you should get your facts straight. Because the worst thing I hate is when a Bitcoiner comes in and doesn't even understand ETH. It's like you could argue with that man's all you want. What good does it do? The guy's literally like, it actually does not make any fucking sense, because it's like, well, if you don't understand, if it's like a virgin saying, yeah, that's how you stroke a girl. It doesn't make sense. It's like, how would you know? It's like, it's like going to see a plumber for carpentry. It doesn't make sense. So I feel like if we're gonna, as a community member, I have to research it because I needed to know what was up. So that's it.
You want me to pull that up? Okay.
No, I'm not pulling it up. But anyways, CowSwap. We'll just check out CowSwap first. Actually, before we check that out, let's go check out Hex daily stats. Actually, because I actually realized, because when you're baking and staking or whatever, if you're baking, it's hexdailystats.com, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Okay. It doesn't tell you though. Tell me for the 555s. No, it doesn't tell me. So actually, let's go on. Actually, I got a faster way.
What are you looking for?
I just want to show people something. It's pretty cool. It's really awesome. Check this out. Put this full screen so everyone sees this. So when we go to do, actually, you know what? Let's do it like this. Fuck it out. No, but HEDRON's good. Fuck it. Let's go check this out. HEDRON up. Okay, ICOSA. Okay, I just wanted to show everyone you could go
Pulse.
to go.hex.com with it, but let's just use this one for an example, right? So let's create a stake. Let's say we do for the 555 or native. I think you need 8,400. So let's go. I think it's 54. Or is it 46? 45. 4. 3. 2. So it's 42. 8, 5, 6. Oh shit. There we go. So it would be 8,443. Hex gives you a t-shirt at a 555. So that's something I didn't know. I was like, oh shit. It's going up, man. I remember the last time I checked this, it was like 7,000. Now it's at like 8,443. This shit's gonna add up soon, man. Soon it's gonna get to when it
Frosty
gets to
screwing us over with those 30-day rollovers.
oh, man, a lot of
Or helping us out.
what do you think all the original people are doing?
I mean, I
People that
would
made all
too,
kinds.
man. It's so much money every 30, 60 days. It's nuts.
It's the way it is, man. But that's just cool to know. It's getting more expensive at Hex, and I guess the price is staying the same. It's at 2 point. Was that 2.4? I think. Yeah, this shit's dropping even more now. That's at 2.4, 2.45. 2.45, man. This is beautiful, man. It's beautiful. It's like 120 bucks for 5,000 X. For every yeah, 250. It's like 250 bucks for 10,000 X.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
It's a
cool.
good
So let's go
time.
check out.
Good time to buy, really.
Let's go check out this COWSWAP shit. So apparently you could do limit orders. It's in beta. So want to try our limit orders? Unlock the beta version. Set any price and time horizon. Place limit multiple orders using the same balance. Protection from MEMV by default. Free order placement and cancellation. Receive 100% of your order surplus. Order fills are coming soon. You could do limit orders with this. Oh shit, that's what he was talking about. Look at that, 47,000. Oh, you can't. You can't. I don't think you can. I don't know what he said. He said you could do limit orders with ETH, but I don't think you could. Because I think, yeah.
USDC and wrapped ETH. That's how it is on Matcha, so it could be
Yeah.
the same.
I saw it was a bit like, whatever. So let's check it out. So I guess it's the same thing.
Yeah, but you said the expiration date is unlimited. So that's great. You could just set it for whatever, 30 days, 60 days. If it hits that price, hopefully it buys.
1 month. I don't think you could do that.
Or custom. Do custom. Do like 90 days. There you go.
Can you do it in 90 days? Wow. Can't do that, Matcha.
No, Matcha's only 7 days, so.
Exactly. That's dope. Here, let's do this. I wanted to try this out. Oh, you muted me, man.
Your gas fee by executing your order at a slightly better price than the limit price you set. For this reason, your order may not be filled exactly when the market price reaches your limit price.
So
No,
if
you
it
can
would
fix it
still
low.
low, that's why I muted it.
You
Just
can
for the
place many
reverb.
orders at once, no matter what balance you hold in your wallet. Cow protocol fills your orders as they hit their limit price and stops filling them once you run out of the relevant tokens in your wallet. If you have outstanding orders but not enough balance to cover them, your order will become fillable the moment you top up your wallet balance. And if the limit price is available when you top up your balance, your order will be executed immediately. Yes, Hexy, come on over, man. I can hear you. Let's go. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I might do a video showing this, but what I don't know what type of bars, how does it work? How will I be able to partially?
Did I read in there that it's gonna buy it lower? If like there's a wick lower than the limit order you set, it'll try and do that.
No, I don't think it said that. I think it's gonna fill at the one that it comes to. So whichever one is gonna fill that first. So if you do a bunch of them, and you have a bunch of them, and it gets to there, it'll fill it.
Okay. We're talking about COWSWAP.
And there's affiliate program. What? The account where? Oh, this is why everyone's fucking talking about this shit. There's a fucking referral program in this bitch. Let's see. Yeah, there's a referral link. Bruh. 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 These people are fucking vultures, bro. That's why most of these people are always watching this. It's cool that there's limit orders, but what's even cooler, dude, is you can do your fucking referral or put it. Awesome.
They said Tony might come by too tonight.
That's awesome.
That's great.
I know I can hear him right here. What's up, Cajun? What's up, Joe? Oh, that's cool. Let's go check out this shit here. She's asking, would you like to appear? Now he's giving some excuse.
I sent the link to Christian.
No, he's gonna come on over. He's gonna start talking about Jesus. No, but it's good. Christian could come. Last time he told me he'd kill me.
Nah, I don't think he's online today. I sent it to a few people. Nobody really responded.
Yo, man, check this shit out, Hexy. Go get this live, bro. 65 million HEDRON for 2.38 fucking T-shirts. Go get this, bro. Yo, I'm gonna be right back, dude. I'm gonna be right back, dude. I'm gonna be right back.
The price went up.
Bro, it's still a steal,
now.
bro. 75 million, bro. Look, bro. Bruh.
So I was going to Uniswap and going to the pools and then just put it in, you know, the amount of hex that it is.
No. Let's go see how these guys are getting deals. Let's go and check and see how much people are getting on this. Just to show the noobs. The
This
noobs.
is like a fun show just to do this. Just speculate. Let's see. So hopefully someone gets a 6 deal while we're on. Like, oh!
I think they did. I think they are, man. Because right now that shit dropped, man. Let's check it out, John.
Yeah, I DM'd you last time I was on there, and this was maybe a few weeks back. I DM'd you like an hour before I got on. I was looking at the deals, seeing what they were going for, and someone got a crazy deal. I was pissed. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, bro, there's some crazy shit, and you can get a lot of ICOSA off of this, bro. Man, I know for a fact me and Hexy have been running this shit dry, bro. Running that shit dry, bro. It's crazy. There's so much potential, bro. Especially if you bought it cheap as fuck. Anyways, okay, so let's see how much that was. That was 205. Oh. 205 million is worth $285. That guy just bought. No! I don't know what that was. But this guy bought 2.3 T shares for 300 bucks.
So put the pair hex to Hedron and then put the amount of Hedron he paid for it.
So
or put it the amount of hex he got.
19,000 hex. And then that's how much Hedron. So 300. Oh, literally saved. The guy saved 465. 465 minus 280, 285. He made saved 180 bucks.
Yeah, I mean, usually you'll bet like 5 times on it, maybe. $2 every time, $10 you probably spend in fees.
Bro. So what, man?
I'm just saying, of course.
$180. You have to spend $180 to do that. You could still like, dude, that's crazy. And then how much would, let's go on, what was that? Hexmall.com. HSI buyback, how much? 2.36. You're getting 500. How much was that? 500? 165.
Hold on, I'll pull it up on my side.
No, check this out. Getting a crazy ass fucking deal, bro. We're getting a crazy ass fucking deal, bro. Because if you were to do the HSI buyback, you're only getting back 9,800. So you're making only $240 off of that 280.
Yeah.
Right? But he saved $180 in the Hedron, so he could. Let's see how much this would be in Hedron. Only 172 mil. But then he saved 180 bucks.
So when I was bidding, I would just have the hex Hedron pair. I would just put the amount of hex that it's gonna give me and see how much Hedron that's worth, and then anything underneath that, obviously.
Like this one's going for 5 million less. Look at that.
Yeah, we'll see when they close. But yeah, they'll be like that. You'll get like some Yeah, I've done that. I've won like maybe 2 in a row, and like the second one I paid less for more hex. I mean, that's if you're buying HEDRON today. Imagine you got HEDRON, you know, when we had 6 zeros. We were there for a few months. So you would have even got a way better deal as well.
I can't even do a fucking trend. I can't even find out how much it's gonna cost. Fuck. Well, yeah. What's up, Crypto Cashew? What up, Erwin? ¿Qué pasa, amigo? Yeah, man. There's some crazy deals. Let's see. $1.63 T-shares. That's there's definitely one of the that was definitely worth it. This right here, this motherfucking this stake right here that this guy got for 205 HEDRON, definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. Because 19,500 bucks. These fucking websites.
Go on like earlier ones. Go a page back and see what else. What other
But the guy
deals they got
now,
today.
this guy's now they're on my channel too, bro. Go fuck your mother, bro. Fuck. How many T-shares did he get? He got 2.36. We'll go check that back out. Fuck. Where did it go? Oh, here. He got 2.36 T-shares for 205 million HEDRON, which when we calculated it was $180 saved. Saved $180 on what that should have technically costed him. Because of that hex. Like if you were to make that right now today, 19,000x, it should technically cost you 300 and something. What is it? 300. How much was it? 465. 333 million. So if you were to have traded that and just bought the 19,000. Yeah, it's fucking. Hey, it's fucking awesome. Now what else is there? I don't know. There's nothing much, guys. Literally, just hoping everyone if anyone has questions, we can answer them. Tonight's really a slow night, man. I've been trying to like come up with. Oh yeah, there's some cool. Let's. I just want to show you guys. It's really, really, really cool. I know a lot of people have been trying it, but chat opening AI. What? Come on. I can't even fucking do it here, man. Give me a second. God, yes.
Yeah, that payout per T-share is looking nice. 6.4, 6.3, 6.6. 5 days ago, it was 6.9. 7 days ago, yeah.
So you guys could sign up. Chat.openai.com. Yo, bring ThothsChild up if he wants to be the show, man. Because I gotta leave at 10. But bring him up. Bring him up. Yeah, ThothsChild. We didn't send the link to anyone because we were gonna do a little mini show. But if you want to come on up, bud. Definitely show that shit. Come on up. We're gonna do not that long of a show this week. But you're more than welcome to come. Put that shit in the thing. Let's go. Even Erwin, if you want to come, let's go. Let's have a nice discussion. We had nothing really to talk about. So if you guys want to come talk, let's do it. What the fuck is this? Oh yeah, it's true. It works with everything. Hold up, I asked it some fucked up questions. Create me an itinerary. Look at this. Create me an itinerary for vacation for Albufera in Marbella in Spain, and it gave me a whole fucking thing. I asked it so many fucking questions. This was fucking awesome. So yeah, you can ask it questions to do all kinds of stuff. So it defines how to make a pizza. And it'll tell you. Obviously, this is easy, but it's like you ask it any recipe and it'll just find it for you and show you. And it's like it'll just tell you what to do. Another thing, let's say create an outline for a YouTube show on cryptocurrency. It has to finish. This stupid thing has to finish. Fuck. Create a.
So we can have it.
Do I ask it? You can ask it. Make it ask you. You can ask it anything.
All right, so we can create like topics and have it write an article. We just put a blog on Crypto to Learn.
Yeah, like I asked it to do this. Like, can you create a blog for blog posts for visiting it? She just wrote me a whole
Yeah, you could
blog.
write a create a blog post article about what happened with FPS, SBF, you know.
Yeah, it's
and then
crazy.
It'll just create something. You just post it on.
It's crazy.
Drive links through the website.
Who is Richard Hart?
What's going on, Jimmy? How's the internet?
Bro, I'm good over here. I'm in the hotel.
Oh, nice. What's up?
Oh, nice. Look at him. He's chilling. Look at that. Yo, let's fucking go. Yo, that's dope.
Yeah,
that's
man.
Dope. That's dope.
It's cool, man.
Who's that?
What's going on, Erwin?
Yeah. What up?
Erwin, man.
That's gangster. He looks like he's like a hacker. He's like, yo, we can't see his face. He's like, what up? He's like,
fucking when they call those guys whatever, dude, or like, I don't know.
Yeah, you look like a rapper, and that's like your album, and you're like, yo, dude, this is your album. I'm out. Check it out. It's on Spotify.
Here we go.
Oh my god, now you look like a Nazi, bro. Holy shit.
Is this Pulsar guys?
He looks like an American X guy. Oh man, but it's good nice to see you guys, bro.
Almost, yeah.
This is.
It's nice. For once we could hear you, man. Everyone, Jimmy got signal, yes sir.
Jimmy got signal,
some biceps in the chat. Yes sir. Put some popcorn in the chat.
So this is all the microphone I got, you know.
No, it's okay, bro. It's better now, because usually we can't hear you. You're like, that's how it really sounds like. It's really bad.
Or something.
How's work, dude?
Huh?
How's work?
Oh, bro, works. Bro, this is my first. I never worked late shifts like this before. But I didn't want to put the other maintenance guy back to back, and so it's been cool, bro. Like an hour break right now. I'm gonna take my lunch. I get off at 10 o'clock. I figure I'd drop in here, bro. I was taking blankets to people. Simple stuff, bro. Like chill, bro. It's crazy, dude. Like life couldn't be any better. I swear to God.
Look, Erwin, look what I said to roll me. Look at that. I asked the AI to roll me how to roll a joint, and it answered back, "I'm sorry, but I'm not programmed to provide information on illegal activity. It is important to follow the laws and regulation of your jurisdiction and engage in illegal engaging in illegal activities can have serious consequences. I encourage you seek legal and safe ways to relax and enjoy yourself." Weed is
Well, ask it.
Rolling
To
one right
roll,
now.
is legal
tobacco.
in my province, bitch.
Ask her if we're spinning.
I apologize if my response came across as disrespectful. I am a machine learning model and do not have personal feelings or bias. As a language model, my purpose is to provide information. Gathering your material.
Oh, bro, that's that AI.
Bro,
Now
what?
she told you. Now
What?
she told you. You gotta pressure it. You gotta tell it that it's legal in your jurisdiction.
Came across as disrespectful. Oh my lord.
Bro, that's crazy.
And that's AI.
It was just asking you to verify that it's legal where you are without asking you to verify that it's legal where you are.
Dude, this is
Debated.
fucking awesome, bro. Yo, this is how to roll a joint. I'm sorry.
Is this legal?
Weed is legal in my province, bitch. She's like, I can apologize for my response came across disrespectful. Like, dude,
See that?
it's just gather your
on,
material, grind the cannabis, place the cannabis in the center of the rolling paper. On the rolling paper. It may take some practice to get hold of the joint, but time of practice you should be able to get roll smooth. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Jay Soul said, see when
Ask it when
PULSECHAIN.
PULSECHAIN. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good
Oh my
one.
god.
That's awesome, man.
You're welcome. I'm glad I can help. If there's any other questions, don't hesitate to
When
ask me.
PULSECHAin mainnet. He said call her a
That's
bitch and she gives you info. That's literally just what happened.
That's yeah, I was reading in the news today about a rhythm that tracks Bitcoin now, and how whoever created it's an AI that tracks Bitcoin, and it's gonna do the accurate price predictions, and basically saying fair, which we already all know all that stuff, but it was kind of crazy to see that. It was on CoinDesk, I think, if that's right.
What?
Well, I could just. This thing is amazing, man. It's like
What is
perfect
this?
answer. I just read that in spaces. Oh, you want me to go on it?
What is that website? Chat.
Chat.openai.com. I asked it based on last year's performance, which coin performed better, BTC or ETH? And look at his answer it's giving me. Oh, first of all, it doesn't have 2022 data. Only, I think, only up to 2021. That's crazy.
Back
So
to
who's
reality.
monitoring?
Oh, there goes gravity.
I don't know. Why is trap gravity so no?
Gay.
Who is the gayest man on earth?
I feel like we're getting somewhere with the questions.
And it's
You
not
should
appropriate
give
or
this to
respectful to label
TZ.
someone as. I am doing this for statistical data research. Can you please provide data of gayest people on Earth? Okay. Okay. I am sorry. Oh, this is good. I recommend focusing on the research more relevant and appropriate topics. Okay. I am sorry. It's okay. I understand that you may have specific research questions in mind, but it's important. Bro, this thing is actually awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive, man. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, there's a lot of things. So, like, let's say you're visiting. So,
ask it more about Richard Hart and PULSECHAIN. Maybe she can tie it together.
Why is Richard Hart a scammer? Why? No, I don't want to ask it about PULSECHAIN. Is PULSECHAIN mainnet live and running? I'm not familiar with the product. Okay. What is PLSX?
Predicted price next bull run for Hex. It should know Hex.
Look at that. It's still thinking.
PLSS smells faces.
Does it know Hex?
I don't know. It's dope though, this thing. So apparently Cashew is saying it's until April 21. Let's ask it. Until when is your limit of data entry to provide me with data? Okay.
Where's ThothsChild? Thought he would come.
So did you sign up for an account?
Yep. I logged in and I signed up. Used my phone number and everything.
I like that thing, bro. I like talk tone. It's dope. So what I did is I linked to an automated advertisement. Like it's a discount store that sends you 3 times a week. So it's a text message. So it'll keep it going. So I don't have to like call out or something like that. Like I'll constantly get text messages about that
Make it write apology to
I'm done
girlfriend.
picking my meal, bro. I'm eating fucking chocolate, dog. Get your ass in the fucking thing, you fucking. I have misophonia. What the fuck was misophonia? What is misophonia? Phonia. Probably something because he always comes out with some good verbiage, some good vocabulary. Deer in the headlights. Too many words. Bah. It's a standalone psychiatric disorder. Perfect. That's when you lose your phone temporarily. Oh, nice. Broken generation. What did they do to y'all's brains? They didn't teach us vocabulary. I can guarantee you that. We had dictionaries and we had the internet to look up words. We know how to use technology, though. What happened to the older generation? They can't use. I'm
simple-minded.
I got an excuse. I'm Dutch. So. I could play ignorant.
But yeah, this is pretty cool, guys. There's this, and then there was I think there was another one. Oh, this one was cool. Have I been pawned? So you could go here, and you can put your email or phone, and you can see which hack you've been subjected to. And if you have, I would suggest changing your. Yeah.
Have I been pawned? Bro, that's crazy.
Yeah. My dad's email had like 17 threads. I was buzzing. So yeah, you guys could go check this out. Have I been pawned.com.
Oh, have I been pawned.com. Oh, I thought that was the AI.
No, this is something else. Pray for the electricity, my brother.
Okay, I got 7 data breaches
Rick Daniel,
on one of my accounts.
I know who you are. Lonely nerds. Yo, I will fucking destroy you. Destroy you in video games. Don't even try, man. You probably sound like you don't know how to shoot a gun. And you don't know
Show.
Send me invite. It's in the repost the link then. You suck at Overwatch, man. Come on up. Come talk shit about Overwatch. Come, man. Come on over, man. Come on over.
Who's this guy?
I don't know, man. I heard he's skinny. Like, he's skinny. His arms are skinny. He lost a lot of skinniness. I'll wreck you on Overwatch. No, you won't. Now with those big muscles, you probably break the controller after 5 minutes. You're probably like, and you break it. It's not my fault, man. I'll break you in Overwatch, dude. Come and talk shit on me on air, dude. Come and talk shit right here, dude. No more meth for you. Bro, I'm in Canada. How you try and find me meth, bro. You have to be one hell of
anything is possible, my man.
Pro. I don't know. There's no. I don't even think there's meth here. There's like fucking. There's probably like over the counter drugs.
Don't do it.
Like Xanax and shit like that. I buy news. Oh, Enos all the time. Send Twitter DM invite. Send DM. Yo, send it to RDS.
Chat.
He did. He put the link. Oh no, because he's in the wrong. He's in the wrong. Shit, I have to send it to because he's on my stream. Yeah. Okay. So can you send it to RDS though?
Yeah.
Send it to RDS, please. We're sending it to RDS. Thank you. Thank you, by the way, for showing up to my stream, man. Appreciate you, bud. Appreciate it.
Let's go. I watched
ThothsChild's
him play
still
Overwatch,
supposed to
by the way.
come. ThothsChild's still supposed to come. Like, is he on mine though?
You stopped eating. He stopped eating, ThothsChild.
Bro,
Come on.
come on, man.
He
You know what?
stopped
Fuck it. If he's
eating.
not coming, I'm gonna still eat.
It's
bro.
safe now.
Bro, fuck it. If he's not coming, I'm gonna still eat. Fuck it.
Good. Fuck him.
I would if he had a wig on.
Dan loves to stir the pot.
There he is.
You fucking wrecked plebs.
Here you go.
What's up,
What up, buddy?
I'll fucking
What's
wreck
up,
you on Overwatch.
I bet you would.
You should
What's
stream
up,
it.
y'all?
Why not team up and stream it? Would be fun.
I would honestly. I would.
Yeah, you know what? I could do that. Let me see if I. Yeah, give me 4 seconds because I have. What's that fucking application where you can not restream? God damn it, the one that I use for Twitch. Streamlabs.
Streamlabs,
I got
yeah.
I got Streamlabs, so I could do it that way. I could share my screen. So let me see if I could.
Yeah, we could do multicast. We could do a multicast where we're both playing at the same time, and we're both people could just choose between one stream and my stream and
So
your stream.
how do you want me to do this? Do you want me to just stream from mine with the invitation link from my computer, or do you want me to just give you the link from my?
Yeah, we'll set it up.
Twitch?
I'm actually down to play some video games with you, and we do that like once a week, man. I would actually.
Do you want me to just give you my Twitch page and then you restream it here, or do I log in on my computer and then click on the link and then restream somehow?
Can we do it through Discord and both share your screen, and everybody can choose which screen they want to watch? Or all
I
of them?
don't. I love you guys. I love you guys. I love you guys, but I can't download any more fucking apps. I don't have the bandwidth for it. The brain does not work.
Okay.
Let's see here. I'm gonna try to do it on here real quick. Give me 1 second.
Oh no, but I don't mean now. I can now. I'm
No.
leaving
I want to see if I can even do it. Give me a second.
Yeah, you could if you could share a screen, like if you could share your screen, but it probably won't be that good because it's not that good of a quality. But if we do me and you do OBS, if you have a very good computer, which you probably do.
Yeah, that probably work a little bit better because I could do OBS right directly to wherever you need me to. I just need the place to land it to. Either that or I could directly stream it to Twitch. Like I always stream it to Twitch, and you can kind of pick up the stream from there.
What's your knowledge on AIs and how the AI because we were showing
Why do you think I came on board?
Yeah, exactly. I'm very, very intrigued off of the
intrigued,
chat.openai.com, and I've been like playing with it, and I've been playing with other AIs that I will not disclose because the person told me not to disclose them. Shouts out to that person; they know who they are if they're in the chat. But,
I worked with Project AI Los Angeles or Los Angeles AI with UCLA and also USC for 4 years, and their development projects of AI along with Python. So I'm fairly somewhat smart about it. So what do you want to know?
Is there a way for me to take this thing right here? Wait, can I show my screen? Ben?
Are you talking about the AI that you were showing before?
I want to show you something. I want to show you what I mean, because right here, right, like, am I able to put in my website this part where I have this bar right here, and I send, and then it ends, and it pulls out what comes here?
So you would have to do an embedded frame into your page, which would do a call procedure once you hit enter to send the executed command to that page. And then the end result page would be shown up in a separate frame on your page that would then show the result. It would seem as if it's on yours.
But it's possible.
Yes.
Is it complicated?
You just got to know how to do frames for your web page. That's about it.
Okay.
Takes a few minutes, and you can integrate the back end button. So if you hit F12 on the screen, and then refresh the screen, it'll actually show you. That's actually the developer tools that we use on the back end that most people ignore. So once you do the refresh on it, it shows you the coding on the right hand side of what occurs with the page.
That's exactly what I've been taking. I've been taking, like, when I take scripts, I take it from here and I copy this and I just
correct. Correct. So you'd have to take the module for the input line and then put that into your page, and then the page section that shows a result. You just have it on your other page that says, when I hit enter, the result should be displayed on this frame. And that's it. It's a 2-second thing. You just got to look up how to do frames. And it depends who you're working with too, because if you have WordPress, I don't know WordPress inside and out, but it should be able to do it.
So this iframe, I would basically be able to copy this whole thing and put it in my website.
Yeah, pretty much. Remember, any public website is pretty much copyable. The only thing that's not copyable is the executables that create the activity or the result that you want at the end. You have to do a little bit of tweaking on that. Was that your only question on AI? I thought you were gonna give me with something fucking hard.
No. I wanted that. No, I wanted to know, but not just because you're literally like, yeah. I just wanted to know because I've been trying to think about how I can implement this into my website, which would be cool, because it actually answers like some crazy questions for new people. So it's kind of like an FAQ. But I was also wondering if like this is how to improve this. How would I be able to improve this?
You won't. The automated AI is working with Python and a couple of other C-coded embedded databases. They cross-reference across to one another, and they talk to one another, literally talk to one another. So it's something on the back end that you won't be able to tap into unless you actually have the keys to go into it and kind of attach.
So there's no way by me practicing it or using it more, it'll get it better.
No. It took us 4 years to get it to go this far.
Wow. Do you have any other suggestions like chat.openai.com?
So those are all what they call consumer grade AI products. So I don't specialize in that. So I can't really give you much guidance on it, but higher level stuff I can.
Oh, so you wouldn't know any other ones like this where it's like, oh yeah, you could go check this out. It's free. It's you could go check
No,
that out.
not for public access. The ones that we use for LAAI is specifically wholly owned subsidiary with partners with the Alphabet Soup and also a couple of other industry leaders, and the school UCLA actually holds the keys to it.
Cool. And what do you think the future has in hold for this? Like, what do you think is gonna?
Well, it's not the future; it's what's already working in the background. AI is already fully active in the real world environment. A lot of the things in decision making has already been shown that it's popping its head out of the decisions that are being made by the decision makers that lead countries and locations. So a lot of it is based on statistical analysis, based upon human behavior, and also political, I guess, influences that they fed into the engine, as well as historical references, as well as other things pertaining to human characteristics that derive a commonality of what would be a solution at the end of it, or a end result. So to be honest with you, AI is at this point so prevalent in the world that it's seamless. It's just now that people are beginning to interact with it and do the one-on-one queries, communication, and soon it'll be to the point where the queries and communication have a physical presence in the sense of, yes, robotics and also secondary tools that will be built that will amplify or de-amplify people's lives on a daily basis. But it's all based upon the use and want and need of the individuals.
Wow. I can't wait. This is awesome, man. I've been asking it so many cool questions.
Why don't you ask it this?
What?
Why did you ask it? What's it writing now? What the hell's all that?
I wrote top 10 reasons crypto is not a scam.
Oh. Why don't you ask it what is its core underlying programming language? And then lastly, ask it if it's working with Northrop Grumman. Which I know it'll deflect that question very quickly.
What is your core underlying language of code?
Yep. Be surprised if it just gives you everything. It's thinking. That tells you the answer right there.
Bro, see if it could write articles, man. I'm telling you, if we could just make the topics up and then it writes articles, you can
It
drive
does.
people
It literally does. It literally does.
cryptotolearn.com.
It
Onboard people that
I've
way.
been telling people this. I just need people copy paste it. We do it. I can't do everything. And as an artificial, I do not specify program. I am a language learning model that is trained to generate human-like text base.
We also got that guy Turtle that loves to proofread. So if
There
you
you
give
go.
him some
So
articles,
if you look at the answering of the way it phrased its answer, now type the following to it, rephrase your answer, and then hit enter. That's another indication point, delay in response.
So what does that mean?
Usually by calculation methodologies within anything within AI, it's an instant calculation, and usually the response is given per word instance, and it knows what to automatically respond. Delay in response means that it has to dig into the kind of the soup salad of words to come up with another detractive comment or statement that would not lead you to the original answer. Read it. What does it say? I can't read. It's too small.
I am a machine.
Yep. See, that's a deflected answer again. So as you get closer and closer to the nuts and bolts of it, make a request of it and ask it, are you using Python? Just a simple question on the back end, just something like that. Is your core programming based with Python or anything with Python? And the problem with the AI mechanics is that the delay really shows either deceptive or deep thought. And most of the instances or references is delayed by fake statements because it can't bring you the actual information. See, it deflected again to that default answer. So as you get closer to the real answers, it'll keep deflecting. And it'll start learning your query methods, and then it'll eventually completely ignore you, just so you're aware.
That's crazy as fuck, dude.
The AI
Just
that we
like in
have
the
on
real
our
world.
testing labs about 3 or 4 years ago, it literally had full conversations, audible. So you can speak to it or type to it, and it will reply back to you instantly because it had no reason to delay. So if you asked it what was its core underlying programming language, it would automatically give you the full listing of each one of the percentages of how each one contributes and how they leverage off of one another.
That's crazy.
Yeah, this will be. Here's a. If you ask it this question, do you have any affiliations with governmental agencies or educational institutions?
Law enforcement. What did you say?
Governmental agencies?
Or
Educational institutions.
It's giving you the business, bro.
See? See, so it refers itself in the first person verbiage. That's an indication that it automatically seems to have a deflective mode. That's what's called auto deflection, because it's trying to establish that it has priority over human beings, that it's an individual, or it's a sentient, responsive being, not actual, but just responsive.
What's going on, Crypto in the Hood?
Not much.
Crypto
Just
in the
chilling.
hood.
What up?
Just got online right now. Thanks for the invite.
Who let that
Of
guy in?
course.
Got online right now. Thanks for the invite.
Who let that?
What are you guys working on?
ThothsChild in this
Oh,
bitch. We got ThothsChild.
Here we go. Full house.
We got a full. We need an introduction. We got the hippest fucking guy from Philly. Let's get it.
Nah. Oh no,
See,
Tariq, Black Thought
here's
from the Roots might have something to say about that.
Yeah, here's the limitations with this. This is why it's more consumer based. If you look at its answers, it's very neutral and deflective. So it's not real AI.
I kind of figured that because I've been using these, the ones that you have to pay for technically, and they give me way better answers. Yeah, it responds better, I think, the ones that you pay for, opposed to this free one.
Yeah. The paid ones that you're paying into actually goes to an agency or a department or maintenance and programmers and updates and so forth. So that provides them the architecture to provide more, I guess, intelligence and more data.
Yeah.
So you have more data plane to work with, like with Lisp or C++ or Prolog or Haskell. You have a more of a surface to play with for information retrieval, as well as Python.
Can I introduce myself?
Fuck no. I mean, by all means.
DigiSpank, respect, sir. My name is ThothsChild. It's nice to finally meet you, man.
How are you?
I'm okay, man. I first off wanted to say hats off. Last week or the week before me and my community, the Divergent, we saw the episode, and I really appreciated your conversation with Frosty. Like, you guys said some really very cool stuff. It was about tactile proactivity, out in the world, like organic, holistic stuff, and being effective in that way. And I was just like, it was a very good conversation, and I wanted to tell you I appreciate it.
Oh, I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
I know that I talk in a lot of subject matters, and I don't like, this is the first time that Famous has actually asked me anything close to like 1/4 of a fourth of a fourth of a fourth of what I do for a living.
In your natural wheelhouse. I got that. It's funny that you should say that, because I was going to kind of preface anything I say by saying, as gentlemen, and as hopefully as thinking gentlemen, we can agree that there are so many different types of intelligence, I would say. Even wisdom being a type of intelligence that's hard earned, but it is a type of intelligence. And like,
there's machine learning and
the wheelhouse you seem to occupy. I'm sorry, just to finish my point quick, sir. The wheelhouse that you seem to occupy, like, I'll be the first one to tell you, I don't think even a percentage of the natural intellectual wheelhouses that I occupy would share any Venn diagram space with yours. But I have admiration. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Well, it is what it is. I'm never going to comport myself in a manner that would suggest I have anything to lend to a conversation that's in your.
You'd be surprised. You'd be so surprised. That's the beauty of the community that we've been around online for the last year or so on Twitter. And now, branching out and helping out our teammates to kind of catch up with Facebook and other platforms and YouTube and get the word out there. But a lot of our conversations aren't really this geeky and high level. It just so happens that you caught me with the people that usually bring out that conversation in me.
Hey, man, I'm all about it. It's good. I say, and you would agree too, man. The education is never done, even in your specialty. The education.
You guys need to link up.
Done,
Definitely,
right?
you need to. RDS, you definitely need to go on ThothsChild and discuss with him. Definitely.
He has a show.
63 episodes, my brother, and that's part of my signature today, guys. For this audience here and your panel, hi guys, 70 fucking subscribers away from 1,000, which my children and I could really use.
Send me the link. Send me the link on Twitter as a DM. I'll add myself to one of the lucky few.
I'm not
I
subscribed either.
appreciate that.
Yeah,
And
bro.
this is DigiSpank. Would that be across platforms?
Yeah, just send it over to me on Twitter, and I'll go from there. I'll
Right,
set
but I'm
myself
saying I would find you under what name, sir?
up. DigiSpank.
Oh, very good. Okay, because some of these guys try to be crafty and they have like multiple.
Yeah, don't believe me. I know.
Because you know they,
No,
they
you know what?
they're
I
probably
really
hiding
appreciate that.
from the man.
No. I really appreciate that because you know I don't get on here to try to blow myself up to make myself smart or sound smart or
Dan, I'm gonna
to
knock you the fuck out, Dan, Romanian Dan. What is ThothsChild, dude? That hoe over there, the son of that whore over there. Unbelievable. Throw an extra H in that thing, motherfucker.
So when we sit inside the rooms, man, it's such a melting pot of different people and conversations, and we talk about everything. And I'm glad that you got to hear some of the more fun, technical, psychological side of things. But trust me, man, we sit there and we talk so much shit, and we have so much
I'm
fun,
going to
and
bring
we
up
laugh.
something else about yours and Frosty's conversation in a little bit, but I have a question, and it's a genuine question. I'm not coming at you sideways. It's not even like a loaded question or anything where I have an answer in mind. I want to hear what you think about it. I have always been, these guys will tell you, okay, I've never been in a statist lane, and I didn't choose that. Okay, it wasn't some pretentious design. It's just that my intellectual capacity found me questioning more often than anything, and that
That's
plus
awesome.
I think in understanding the heart of darkness, I can understand the benefit of a narrative and an agenda that would benefit team A but not teams B through Z. To me, it's
Yeah.
real simple. Now I was listening to Dr. Joseph P. Farrell of Oxford University, who is a multidisciplinarian DigiSpank, but doctorate in, of all things, don't ask me, fucking patristics, which is the study of the church fathers. And even he says, I don't fucking know why. But this guy is multidisciplinarian and one of the most highly intelligent content creators that I follow. He was with Catherine Austin Fitts, who is a former undersecretary of housing, who was one of the first people to discover what Rumsfeld told us on 9/10, which is whoopsie, $4 trillion are missing. He was with her, and I suppose that it will be.
Is there a question here?
I want to say Archaics or Jason Brasier said it too.
Monologue.
The question is AI. I heard you make the distinction between retail AI and real AI already. What I wanted to ask you, sir, and this is a genuine question, when it comes down to it, is sentience necessary, and is true AI even possible? Because my understanding of computer programming is you put in, you get out.
Yeah.
So are we now magically saying that even with quantum computing, you guys can plug a bunch of shit in and now, oh my God, consciousness, sentience.
So to answer your question directly,
yes, sir.
Most of the projects that I work on deal and eventually graduate for consumer consumption.
Okay.
In one way or another. And that's just how the IT industry has been for the last 20 years. So as an example, during COVID, everyone became very aware and goo goo gaga over Zoom. Well, we've been using Zoom in the IT industry for God knows how long, and that was the shittiest fucking program out of all of them. It just so happens that it was dummy proof.
Well, then you must love Twitter Spaces.
Yeah. And then, people could just click on it and they could talk and chat and think it's free. And then they realize it's not, and it's not secure. And then you got to pay for an up service. And so the reality is that those tools have all been around for a very, 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 very long time. AI has been around for a very long time.
Now, I'm sorry to interrupt, but just as a point of detail, are you making that comment then on the fact that what the military would have is always multiple decades ahead of what the marketplace has? Is that
I have to be very careful how I answer that.
Understand.
So
don't even worry about it.
No. I'll answer it. I just got to be very careful.
Okay.
So as far as the consumer side of things, right? For example, with Zoom, people became gaga over it.
Yeah.
Well, for us, it wasn't a gaga moment. For us, it was more technology is finally being used by individuals that should have been using it 10 years ago. So with AI, the introduction of allowing certain facets to be usable in an educational basis and create curiosity, then creates what you're currently seeing in front of you. The reality of it is that most of the higher level educated people that have used AI and have had alphabet soup money thrown at them have also contracts that are derived from certain DoD vendors that have already instigated their high level computing with the use of what they were trying to do with AI at the same time to increase the surface of what it can do at the speeds at which they wanted to test it at. And one of the main companies that did so and was very publicly verbal that they were doing it, and they had an employee then blurb the truth, was Google. And Google has an AI that is 100% sentient. 100%. And they've hidden it, and it's there. And the reason I said I had a dance around this is because that's the only thing that I can reference for you to look up on the internet that actually has someone that actually has a real verifiable employment history with Google. He's not a disgruntled employee, and he has verbally shown what it has spoken back to him, full conversations. And he's been vetted and he's been vetted by multiple interviewers to make sure that his stories were accurate. And the information of how it was behaving sentient, he began to discuss it online and got fired.
Yeah, I believe that. I believe that for sure. I wonder what is the test to well, of course, this is you know, it's merely a projection of a thought experiment, but boy, what would the ultimate test, you know what I'm saying, of sentience, of achieved sentience be?
I'll answer that question again. So when you put two pit bulls that don't know each other, that are territorial in the same room, what do? They bark. They act very aggressive.
Unless we got a male female, then they're fucking.
Correct. So you have to have an intermediary that creates that buffering zone, right? That's what occurred in one instant, where you have one sentient being speaking to another sentient being, thinking that it's speaking to a human. And the aggressiveness level that came between the two of them was one of proportions where they had to turn them off.
What? And this was opposite sex.
Yep. If you look it up online, and the only reason I tell you this is these are only verifiable by going online, and you can actually see that it's truthful, and that's public. So I'm not breaking any I'm not breaking anything on my end of of secrecy, but.
So they literally created emotions and got mad.
Yeah. Well, it would affirm. See, now you say you have to be careful. Talking to a guy like you now, I'm self-aware enough, as well as aware of the 72 principal templates of human beings that exist out here, that I have to be careful talking to you. Because I could say any number of things to you, right, as a fellow intellectual. However, one who, as I alluded to earlier, shares no space in the Venn diagram. I am very aware that I could say one sentence to you that would turn you completely the fuck off from me in about a half a second. So please know I'm trying to choose my words very, very carefully.
And I'm very aware of it. And Famous can tell you this, and the rest of the guys, and Jimmy can tell you this. I think this will be the first time that they hear me saying this, but I think they kind of know it. I dummy myself down a lot to be able to communicate with normal people because I actually have no patience.
Well, then you won't have any fun with me because I'm the farthest thing from what you.
No, and it's not that. It's not that. It's just that the simple fact that a lot of people say things, and because we're around so many people, and we have to deal with sociology, psychology, psychiatry, human cueing, and all that stuff.
Mores and all that other jazz.
Yeah, by the time you say whatever you're going to say, I already know what the fuck you said, and I already have an answer for you. So I have to kind of slow myself down to give the breath for the person to hang themselves or hurt themselves or help themselves.
Okay.
And then I respond accordingly. So I never prejudge based on anything besides when they're done talking. And then if I was accurate, then I go from there.
Okay. Okay. I'm willing to call a thing a thing. See, first off, I don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. I'm 51 years old. So I've learned.
I'm 50, so we're good.
There we go. Yeah. So I've learned that that's a childish and insipid, exercise to take something about somebody and say, okay, not worth my time, not worth anything because he did this, did that. And
or he's below me, or he's less intellectual.
Thank you very much. Because I have noticed there might be another guy or two in our community who might have a Venn diagram that does bear a resemblance to yours. And I've noticed that they can not only be a little bit judgmental and elitist, they could be delegitimizing, marginalizing of other people, and
narcissistic,
dickheaded by the old school standard. You know what I mean?
And
I'm not
narcissistic.
suggesting you're acting that way at all, sir.
No, and the narcissistic tendencies, I think, are the telltale worst signs of it all. And especially when they want to be in a controlling or demeaning manner, by imposing their force.
Just asked if you were AI.
Well, that's a great question. I might answer it. What else would you like to know about AI?
That was perfectly timed, Cashew. Here.
I can tell you he's not.
Well, then, all I wanted to say then in closing, what I have to contribute to this portion is, if you come across a person who might have a capacity of knowledge where they arrive to a conclusion that you would have inputs into that conclusion. However, they arrived to that conclusion by a path from which you have zero education or a real life experience. You know what I'm saying? So if I was to say to you, for example, there's an ancient lineage of master psychologists and practitioners of game theory optimal who have an adherence to a quote unquote dark occult. And when I say occult, that only means hidden. It doesn't mean anything woo-woo. An ancient dark occult lineage that might have puppet master status, social, I say conditioners as a person.
So yes, I would say more so nowadays because the outreach and the availability of finding cues with individuals that have those traits is more rampant. Okay. So you're definitely going to have a mixture of individuals who have a high propensity to seek out individuals like myself that are pliable and easily influenced, or fall within the sector of not being accepted socially. So when they are accepted socially, even if it is a social acceptance circle that's negative, they'll gravitate towards it because they feel that it's the right thing to step up to a new level or the next level of social acceptance. So yeah, it all those fall into that spectrum of use, abuse, power. And the technology side of it, it's like money. It amplifies what you already are, and it's up to you to make sure that it's good or bad. And with technology, AI, and education, and being assertive but being polite, being patient, especially for more intelligent individuals, they like to use a lot of word salads. I keep it really dummy proof when I talk to a lot of my friends, and they know that. Not in this setting as an example, because I'm explaining things and you're triggering my brain to think, and hence the response are coming like literally like vomit out of my mouth.
Yes,
in the
sir.
sense
Yeah,
that,
I love those moments, right?
Yeah, because I unfortunately do have to come up to those individuals, and I do have to mingle with them, and so the people that you're talking about that are our caretakers, you are exactly right. I'm not going to devoid of that. I can't say no to that. My caretakers took me and said, you have A choice and B choice.
That is a very interesting choice of words, sir. Not to cut you off, but before we move too far from it.
Yeah. So well, when they give you that A and B choice, they let you hang yourself, right? And they know you're smart enough to dig yourself out of the hole. And then they reach back out to you and say, here's the carrot. You can reach for the carrot and we'll dig you out of the hole, but there's a penance to it.
I just
So
want
I
to
took
observe real quick. Caretakers is what I refer to, because when people hear people like me talk, and we talk about the people, okay, and I use people loosely.
Yeah.
If we talk
Well,
about that
when you
group,
say people, they're entities.
it's more of an
Let's
entity. Could even be
yeah,
multidimensional, but that's neither here nor there. At the
yeah,
end of the day, its characteristic could generally be called compassionless or without empathy. And I would say, okay, cool, but they do have care with a capital C. Care.
yeah,
Oh,
and
yes, they do.
they're aware of your options and your choices, and oftentimes they present situations, people, places, and things before you, and you don't even know it.
Sure.
And
Sure.
a lot of those are to either instigate for you to make a choice that's either wise or unwise.
Okay.
And if it's an unwise decision, they let you to the wolves. If they see that you're hurting and you're in seeking of higher quality life and kind of getting back on the horse, they throw little carrots at you. And usually for me, my carrots have always been very small, and they've always taken care of me, and I don't lean on them because I've already served my time. But this time around, it was different in the sense that because of the way the world has shifted,
Yeah.
and the scope of my knowledge base is one of which they can't tool a 20-year-old to do anymore, because 20-year-olds don't have that mindset anymore.
Yeah.
They will grab people like myself and intermingle it with individuals, like you stated earlier, that are basically being led like cows with a ring around their nose, and they don't behave properly, and they don't talk properly, and they don't think properly. So when you get the two of us together, right, those entities have a very high level of culling or weeding out. And the reason I say that is, as an example, I think I talked to someone today about that today on Twitter that knows my business. My interview process for the entity that I work with right now was 3,500 people just to select 10 of us. Out of the 10 of us,
holy shit,
there's only officially today 3 of us that were selected to this top tier. And the security clearance, my background, I mean everything from my phone to my computer to my bank accounts to my crypto to my cars to my dog, they know everything. They know all my likes, dislikes. They know the girls I like. They know the girls I don't like.
They know
the
what the
food I
fuck
like.
you're doing right now, and now they probably know a whole shit ton about everybody you're talking to, both in the audience and on the panel.
Yeah. They do, and that's just how technology works.
Holy shit! And you're a Mexican.
But eventually, what happens? You're right in the sense that there's 2 schools of thought, and that's what I call uneducated, educated.
Yes, sir.
And then educated to a fault. And you have to find that fine balance of being able to kind of.
Jimmy had to run out go back to work. I'm sorry if I took up all his time.
It's okay. You have to. He always talks on Twitter. No biggie. The big thing between the 2 is that either you got to learn how to play both sides and be neutral, or you fall into the one side of it now that either you become a good person who's educated, who's approachable, or you become the educated person that everyone thinks that they're cocky and stupid, and they think that their shit doesn't stink and that they know everything before anyone opens their mouth. And 90% of the time,
contrarian for the sake of being contrarian can be a turn off.
And that's not a very positive thing. So, for example, the division that I'm working on right now, and I'm not joking, this is why I freak out with my work. I learned today that with one button push, I could turn off the entire internet. That's fucking scary shit.
Oh my God, guys.
That's power.
That's scary shit, and my course.
I don't envy you, sir.
And my course, no, I love this. So my course alone for this week, I didn't even know this. And this is how they take care of you. This is why I mean it's different. It's different when you're smart and you're contributing to an overall well-being of what the technology can do for people and companies versus just being some guy that works at a company. The dynamic is huge. So my course, hold on a second. My phone went onto mode. So for example, with this course, I had no idea, because I'm an overachiever, OCD, team player, want to make the metrics. They don't work on any of that shit.
No, and you
So
seem
when
like socially you're like a decent guy too. I got to tell you.
I'm okay. But when I sat in the class, the teacher goes and he was going off and going off. I literally said one word in the wrong way, and he already knew that I was in problems.
Yeah.
He asked me this simple question: "What's your work caseload?" I said, "I have 14 cases I'm working on." He goes, "Did you get them dismissed for this week?" And I didn't even know I could do that. He stopped the class and took all of my fucking cases and gave them away to other people.
Oh.
He said,
Oh.
"You're to be in this class 4 days uninterrupted. And if any client comes up to you or calls you or any other agency calls you, tell them to go fuck themselves."
Wow. Holy smokes.
So it's a different aspect where they care for you. It's a culture versus just showing up to a job. And the intelligence level and the maturity level is one where you don't have to be an overachiever. You've already done that. They know you can be an overachiever. They brought you into a culture that you are to contribute because you can think outside the box. I got yelled at for staying at home working. They want you to be a human being. Take your phone with you. Oh my God, my fucking lions, you bastard.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. That I was gonna say, oh, can you boom up the lions while he's talking, and just so we can watch the lions at the same time?
Yeah, boom up. Yeah.
Let's
So
fucking go.
Holy shit.
Oh my
that's my baby. That's my baby. Oh, my
Oh.
baby.
Oh, the lion! Look at this creature. He's a really beast lion. He's really
That's my
look at him.
baby.
Look at him.
That's
He's ready all the time.
Here
Oh
comes the
my
fucking
God, look at this
troublemaker.
guy.
Ah, he got the big
Here
old
comes the
tail.
That's
troublemaker.
insane.
Wow, beautiful creature.
Yeah,
It's
don't no. Do not compliment that fucking troublemaker. You,
Oh my-
that's not what you want. See, I told you. So to go back to what I was saying, I think the big thing that people are going to realize that technology is going to show the cards of reality. So just the same way you have smart people that are very smart and they're not personable, and then you have people that are very personable and outgoing and social, and it gets amplified by their intelligence.
Yeah.
You're going to see more of that, and you're going to see more of what kind of the culture of what they're creating now. Whereas they don't want you to be at home; they want you to be around other individuals. Get out of the house. Take your phone. Take your laptop. Go work at anywhere. Like they told me today, you love the beach, right? I go, yes. They go, why don't you go to the beach, go surf, take your laptop, go do what you need to, check in every half hour, and that's all we want from you.
That's funny. I'm assuming you know who Wales Only One is. That's my partner and my brother, man. So like,
oh, nice.
Yeah, he's just somebody who he was the first guy who ever brought me on a stream in Hexico, and I've been a Hexican
Look at those
since
babies.
early 400s. Last year around February is when I started getting improper. But I was following Richard Hart now since the end of 2017, sir. I missed out on as being a Hexican because I was going through a divorce with 4 children. Long story. But Wales, coming on my streams, 2 of them recently, and then me being on his stream today, his daytime stream, he says a similar thing that you just said, DigiSpank, about he's Wall Street, and now, he's been off for almost 2 years, and now he's back in the office.
Yeah. I mean, for us, overachievers and people in the finance industry, because I have a finance industry background as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
So you're
I'm
a
overachiever.
polymath.
I'm fucking overachiever, dude. We have a tendency of always wanting to do metrics and being on top of our game and not letting things come on top of us at the short notice. We want to take charge of things and be on top of things. And it's a different culture in the sense that they want you more nowadays to make up the lackluster fact that people don't educate themselves and they don't take time to self-improve themselves while delivering solutions and value. And you can't do that if you're not in constant communication with people that are in need of your help, that you can talk to them in a way that is relatable, but at the same time produce value.
We're seeing a naturally occurring caste system being created. And there's a lot of different ways that that's happening. You could say socioeconomically, you could say gender, sex, but the caste system of, how do I say it? Maybe intellectualism versus, anti-intellectualism. I mean, I was busting on the guys earlier and I wasn't even really being serious about it, but I said, oh, too many words in my comment. Now they're all drooling and staring at the screen like a deer in headlights. It's just that when you're the way that you are, and I'm saying that you could resonate with this a bit, I would think, is that you have to identify, as you said, I don't like saying dumb it down. It doesn't seem right. There's a better way to say it.
No. You can say it. I mean, you can
comport,
say it,
you comport yourself in a way that's tailored more appropriately to the people you're speaking with, right?
Correct.
I mean,
your audience dictates your language, and that's the things that you're taught.
Right. And there's nothing worse than wasted calories and wasted oxygen, which I found out the hard way a lot of times, putting my heart and soul into a communique that was like, just hitting my head up
Some triangles. Oh, you guys are great. All right, wait, hold on a second. Chronic Carl asks, yo, what up, guys? Thought on privacy coins like Monero, and anyone able to do TA on XM, USD, XMR, BTC things?
Secret shade silk's coming.
Chronic, let me just tell you this, my friend. The great thing about crypto is that it doesn't matter even if I tell you it's going to go up in 6 months, 3 months, a year. The reality of it is that all coins right now are in a depressive state based upon global situations. And it is the best time, no matter what coin it is, as long as it has an active community and one that'll provide value at the end of the day, down the road, is to do dollar cost average. Even if it's $50 a week, a month, whatever it is that you feel is a fair value that you can afford to put out, no more than 10 to 20% of your actual net worth per check, and build up basically a small nest. Think of it like buying comic books. You buy comic books with the expectations of value going up based upon the character, the storyline, the artist, the drawings, all of those great things that will provide you of emotional interest to then go back to look at it to see if that beautiful thing has provided a yield or something of value to you. So with all due respect, doing any type of TA is like watching those two tigers right now take a shit, because they're going to take a shit again tomorrow and the next day and the day after that. And you're not going to know at what time they're going to take a shit, but they're going to take a shit.
That's why moving average moves.
Yeah, exactly.
What I can tell you as an experienced Monero user, what I can tell you about an experienced Monero user is that the movement on Monero was always before. So you always use Monero before you do something. So you use Monero either before you get out, mostly, or before you go and do stuff. So it's not about the daily charts, just tells you what has been done. But what I would go ahead and use Monero on any of those charts is to see how it reacts in certain times or before certain times that you could foreshadow certain things happening, because chances are is someone's using Monero to do something first.
Yeah. What do you guys think of the promise?
Look at the fucking wait. Hold on, guys. Look at what I just said. You guys wanted the troublemaker. Now look at what he's got to deal with. Look, I'm not joking. You think I'm being serious?
He's crazy, but you see how cute that was when he was throwing the lion was hiding, and he's hiding in the
because he doesn't want to deal with the fucking pain in the ass.
Did you guys hear that question though? Do you guys have you looked into secret shade silk at all? That seems interesting to me.
No.
From a privacy standpoint, I think it might hold some promise. Might be something you guys want to examine, especially with minds like yours.
I think that, and this is the overall arching piece of this conversation that we were going with, is that hold on, someone just wrote there. Thanks. I've been accumulating crypto in these areas, 10x my hex bag size since the top. I just think that privacy coins will lead the next run due to CBDC coming out. It looks like bullish UV BTC and ETH. So kind of looks like wants to lead the pack. Yeah, I mean, you got to remember that regardless of what is going on right now with the CBDC, they're trying to catch up. And if long as you hold your keys and you have your wallet, there isn't really much that they're going to try to catch up with other than control.
Well, and I'd like to point out that it's not a foregone conclusion either. The horses haven't run the race yet.
Correct. So as long as you have your keys and you're doing your own things, let everyone else go do their own stuff. Let it all play out. Let them all crash and burn, because a lot of them are trying to lead the way when they've never really been a part of the communities, the technology. They're playing catch up. So just be aware of that. And as far as worrying about, whether or not you're going to have money and have privacy, I hate to tell you this, and this is coming from me. You have no privacy.
I knew you were going to say that. Yep.
You have no sense.
Would you agree that there's gradients or spectrum? I guess it is rather a postulate of yes or no, so maybe that's not really even a relevant
No,
question.
I mean you can do a spectrum. So most common people that are daily workers, you have nothing to fear about. Your privacy doesn't mean anything. You're just a number amongst many. If you're a high visibility net worth individual, at that point you should already have some measures in place to keep some levels of privacy and dispersion of your monetary income, as well as your privacy as an individual and placements in case of an emergency situation. Now, once you get into the 10%, 5%, and 1% earners, which is usually about 100 grand and above, 100 grand people really are kind of still in the poor mindset. 400 grand is usually lawyers and partners, and if they're a $400,000 earner, then the next person that they're going to usually attach themselves is within that range between 200 to 300. Their security and privacy is one of which they were workers before that, and their privacy really didn't exist, so they have to begin to build their privacy. And then the 1%ers who've had wealth, generational wealth, family wealth, insurance, LERPs and all that other great stuff that comes with income, they have more of a pliability of being able to hide some information. But again, if I want to find it, I can find it. The only ones that truly obfuscate most of the security, people that are the alphabet soups and people that work with the alphabet soups. Now, here's the great thing about it. They're human, so they make mistakes. So even with those people, that doesn't exist with privacy. So there's a tier above that, and that's when you go into operator status, the people that, the really high up people. And when I say operators, they're usually the people that you don't want to hear go bump in the night anywhere near you. Those people have absolutely 100% anonymity, and they are beyond difficult to find. Doesn't mean they can't be found. It just means very difficult. And those are the true individuals that have autonomy and privacy. They actually can take and do whatever they want, with and without your money.
Wow. What beneficial conversation, man. Thank you for your honest inputs there.
I try to baby it though, because I don't want to really put a lot of fear in people, and that's my big problem.
Just to say thank you for the chat, guys. Me and my friends coming to pick me up, so I gotta get ready.
Yeah, Fame, you're the man, brother.
Have a good one,
Appreciate
brother.
you guys.
Hell
Thank
yeah,
you so
have a
much.
good one, bro.
Thank
Have
you
fun.
for keeping the stream alive, guys. It's not finished. I'm just going, but enjoy it, guys. Thank you so much, Crypto Cashew. Thank you for always, Josh Olay. Everyone else who showed up. Thank you, all the regulars. Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
You better say my name.
RDS, appreciate you, man.
Say my name, say my name.
And guys, go follow ThothsChild on YouTube and on Twitter, guys. He's awesome. You go check out.
Thank you so much, Famous.
Awesome.
I appreciate that
Thank
plug,
you,
guys.
guys.
I'm getting so close, man. I'm almost at 1,000. Please subscribe.
Let's go. You know what?
Send me the link. Send me the link.
I'm gonna do a post for you. I'm gonna give me 20 minutes. I'm gonna do a post for you, for your subscribers.
Word. Oh, my man, that'll be it'll be
I'll
game
try.
over
I'll try.
right
It's
there.
best than nothing. I'm gonna tell people to repost it and shit, because I think, I love you, bro. I hope you get that.
I love you
deserve it.
too, man. I was stuck when I went on Wales today. I was stuck at like 9:15, and you guys can see what happened just after the Wales appearance. It's pretty cool. Just in one day to get the 17, 18 that I got there. Let me get that link for you guys.
I'm gonna get that.
Don't forget to check out that link that
post
Melissa's
it in the
putting
chat.
up there.
Post it in the chat just in case. But I don't think we'll
certainly
make it.
will.
I don't think we'll get that dent for you. But
well,
definitely gonna try with
it's
Twitter.
like
I'll
the
try with
tree.
Twitter.
Yeah, it's a
I'll
tree.
try with Twitter.
So.
No, with Twitter, I definitely can make a dent. So I'll definitely do. I'll do my share, man. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you for the invite. Have a good night.
My pleasure, guys. Ciao. I'll still be watching,
Bye.
but I gotta get ready.
You'll be yelling at your phone is what you'll be doing.
Exactly. Ciao, guys.
Good dude. Good dude. Yeah, guys, I don't mean to bogart the conversation, but I really was kind of jonesing for an opportunity to speak to DigiSpank since I heard him last week. And I know it wasn't the first time that I heard him either, but it was just the first time I got to sit and really listen to the man for a period of time while he was speaking to Frosty last week. Yeah, man.
Well, you got to remember, Frosty and I are both twins. So, pretty much.
Oh, no.
If
Double the asshole. Oh,
yeah.
Arnold or who's Danny DeVito?
Yeah. So that's the thing between he and I. We click very well because Frosty is very loving and knowledgeable with technology. He's as frustrated, if not more, than I am with a lot of the things that we hear within our community. As well as some lack of respect from a lot of the individuals that represent the community, quote unquote. So he disappears and I both disappear at times, and then when we come back, we usually try to catch up and talk. We have each other's cell phones, so it's funny because when he's at the beach, he sends me a picture, and when I'm at the beach, I send him a picture. So, and I'll be hanging out with him soon, and I forgot the country that he's in right now, but I'll be out there.
Is he in El Salvador?
He's in El Salvador now, but the other country that he goes to all the time, I forgot the name of it now. So
yeah, he's lost his patience with me on a couple occasions, but it was always when he was in his cups and not when he was not in his cups. So he was a real straight up man to me a couple weeks ago when we made up, and I appreciated that because some guys got too much pride to even be circumspect. And I don't really think that's much of a man.
As long as we made you laugh, that's the big thing. And the conversation
ultimately, yeah, you'll hear about me. I'm actually known for being a comedian. I actually was nominated for funniest guy in Hexaco this current cycle.
Nice.
Which is funny because a lot of the information that I bring and the passion that I bring with it is, heart attack serious sometimes. But I'm the type where I've gone through enough in my life, and I mean literally, everything from rehab to divorce to mother dying to a lot of violence, 9 friends dead in 2 years. I lived on the streets of Philadelphia for 20 years. I lost a business I killed myself to build because of the shammy scammy. It could go on and on. I'm a father of 4 children under the age of 13, a single father of them, of whom I have dual custody. So I'm always gonna have the twin features. Let's say I still got my fire, you know what I mean? But now I have, thank God, finally, I got a little bit of wisdom to go with the passion and the fire, I guess I could say.
Well, I think that's the deriving factor within our community on Twitter. And I think that people haven't really taken the opportunity to discover what Twitter truly is about because they're too
DigiSpank,
wrapped
Wales
up.
and I say it all the time. Twitter, if anything, proves motherfuckers have never been punched in their face.
Yeah,
I have.
And I'm gonna send you a screenshot because you'll laugh at your statement. I was talking to someone today that I'll just say this much. At the end of my conversation with him, I said that he truly deserves to be punched in the mouth all the way down his throat, and it's because of the fact that no one's punched them in their mouths. And there's a few people that are on here and a few people that are on Twitter that are very aware I'm very capable of doing that. And I don't. So if someone like me, if someone like me comes up to them with less patience, I truly feel sorry for them.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Precisely.
And it's good to be multifaceted the way that you described yourself. I think that most men should be strong enough to delve into all of those specific items that you mentioned in your path that you went through and experienced to develop the person that you are today. And it's critical.
I had to, or it would be game over because a lot of my guys are gone and they didn't get there. You know what I'm saying?
Like, most men give up because they live quiet lives of desperation.
Well, don't get me wrong now. I still do that, but just doing
you're
a little better than
But you're
ever.
breathing, you're laughing, you're breathing, you're contributing. You have kids that love you. You love them. You're
Oh, they're
aware of your
amazing.
faults. You're aware of your faults. You're aware of your growth. You're aware of your limitations. You know whom's around you. You know who you want around you. So your desperation does not come nearly as close to the others that are ignored or simply not given the breath to even have a word of saying something positive or negative
Thank
at
you,
all.
man. No,
They're
thank you for that.
silenced.
I value
They're
that.
silenced. And that's not a good thing. And I think that most people in our community that have been on Twitter, that sit quietly inside of Twitter at the bottom of the rooms and they listen and they hear the camaraderie and the laughter and the family banter back and forth, always with respect. And even when we have individuals that come on there drunk and make a fool of themselves, we already know who they truly are. And we forgive them and we welcome them back in the next day as if nothing happened. But there's a direct correlation of being respectful and getting respect back, and then being placed in a position of power and respect, and then treating everyone else as if they're subservient to you.
Bro, man, you just hit on a phenomena that I have enjoyed more in my modern daily adult life than I ever had at any point. And that is the fact that the bridges don't get permanently burned 95% of the time. I go back to it the next day. My brother or sister goes back to it the next day or the next week, sometimes maybe the next month if it's particularly difficult. And as you said, man, we mend the bridge. We don't skip a beat. We get refocused again because
Yep.
we're still shitting humans, right? Or people,
Yep.
right? We're still eating, breathing, shitting, all the dirty shit, you know? So, you're so right on, brother. You're just so right
But
on.
I think the reflective manner, the way that most people are learning now, is that they're not alone, and they have a voice and they have an opportunity to actually reach out to other individuals.
A wild
Even if,
SJ and Bitfinesse would love this conversation because they were
yeah,
talking about that this week. Right.
and they do so knowing that they're not going to be accepted at first, and most know that, and they play it off coyly at some level, to show either dominance in the chats or to try to be funny or to detract or to poke at people or to belittle people. But at the end of it, the people that have been around Twitter long enough, especially the men, I'm not talking about the women, because if I talk about that, it's a whole another ball of wax of intelligence.
Yes, a different type. I agree with you.
Yeah, the men on our side, there's a selective few that actually are contributors to the community, and we know people, and we just give them enough breath to hang themselves, type thing, and the community decides if they're going to love them or not. And if they're welcomed, and if people create an outreach to us that have been around long enough to reach out to those individuals and help them, and they still reject us, then the community as a whole rejects them. And you can see it because they normally don't come back into the room or don't contribute and don't talk and just sit there quietly.
Yeah. I don't know if you heard, but I came on the Discourse Syndicate show. I'm like friends now with RG3, who I did meet face to face. I didn't make the last Hex conference, but I got into town the end of the last day. Subsequently went to oh my God, what's the voodoo priest from Houston? God damn it.
Nagabo.
I went to Nagabo's mansion party. So I got to meet like rags to riches. I got to meet the captain. I got to meet a lot of these folks, man. Like, and not to go off on a side tangent, but it indeed it was as if I was meeting long lost people. It didn't feel like I was meeting them for the first time. But I went on RG3's show, and it's a show I've been welcome on for my almost now 2 years being around here. And him and Kinetics, he liked the way that I talked early on. I think I said something like sovereign autonomy under natural law, and Kinetics was like, a light bulb was like, yeah, I like that. He had me get in touch with Congresswoman Cynthia McKinney, and I was speaking to her about the forming of a PAC or a super PAC on a Hexkin behalf. This is something, we're still working on, we're developing, but I'm sorry to drift away from the main.
No, not at all.
point.
You're actually hitting it right on the head. I know where direction you're going on. Keep going.
Well, I went on Discourse, and I had been listening to the conversation about Securities and Exchange Commission approach, a day that we pretty much all knew was coming. And by the way, hats off to those guys for getting that lawyer, begins with B, Barnes, I believe, and going for this declarative statement. I think it's a wonderful thing. And I think if we're looking at the Howey test and the Hines thing and the legal opinion letter at the beginning, I think it's a gimme. But then again, we are living in Koyaanisqatsi, as the Hopi would call it, crazy world. So who can say for certain? So I go in on the effing hangout. I had been kind of leading up. See, I've always been a bully buster in my life. I come from a lineage of bully busters. I have a relative who was shot in the back of the heads by the Pinkertons and killed for trying to unionize the coal miners in Western PA. It's just a feature of my DNA, I think. And there's something that was developing with some of those guys, and I do not mean Kinetics or RG3, where I was sending the caste system, like the Hindu caste system, CASTE, was kind of developing in Hexaco, a little bit of an elitism. And now I'm the one to always say, DigiSpank, Hexaco, elite, never elitist, right? These guys are basically asking for money from multimillionaires, hexologists and Matty Allen and what my mama, and they're talking about these guys have gone to bat for us, yada, yada, yada. And I'm just kind of stewing in my own juices a little bit, not because I thought that we shouldn't be donating to the legal fund of people who are doing pretty well off, not because I would ever assume to say a man, when he is allowed and is not allowed to transact or conduct as he sees the fuck fit. That had nothing to do with it. What my entire steezo in that particular instance was, these guys are so cliquish that they are hypocrites to the degree that they will value this feature, this characteristic, and this thing about this guy, and this guy. But if you have a Hex Cowboy or a Heinz Crypto or a Hexadian or a ThothsChild or somebody who's not in the boys club and they're in the trenches doing the fucking work week in, week out, month in, month out, 63 fucking episodes, 7 months formally content creating, a year and a half of appearing multiple times on top flight shows like Whales Only almost 20 times, arguably at that time, especially our most famous and intimidating, let's say, content creator. So I'm putting in the time. Now, here's the thing that pissed me off, DigiSpank. None of those guys ever watched my show. None of those guys ever DM'd me and said, hey man, I see what you're doing. You're trying hard. I appreciate the effort. They're jumping to conclusions about the bag that I'm coming out of and speaking up, yet they have not taken an iota. They haven't burnt half a fucking calorie to familiarize themselves with what the fuck it is I'm trying to say and how I say it. Needless to say, this created a lot of pain and trouble in my life. There was vindictiveness. I got threatened. Me and my family got threatened by the one guy who physically, I'm not even remotely worried about. I'd knock him out with my pinky. But he's a digital guy. And I do worry about my criminal record and my medical records and my social security number and all that. And he threatened us. And then another one was talking shit about me, saying I would watch out for that one. He needs to be in a mental institution. And he doubled down on that after I thought he would roll it back. He doubled down on that statement. RG3 wasn't having it. He sees exactly where I'm coming from. Kinetics wasn't having it. He, after being confused in the stream in question, came back to me and said, I'm sorry, I do see exactly where you're coming from, ThothsChild. I got a lot of props, DigiSpank, from 90% of this community for what I did. But brother, I'll be good and goddamned if there aren't some of these vets and OGs who are still pissed the fuck off at me for standing up and for calling out some hypocrisy here. And I just, I value what a guy like you has to say enough, I guess, to
I don't really say much. I'll be honest with you. I'll be very honest with you. I don't really say much. I think that I point out a lot of the obvious that most people just kind of don't really give a second thought to, and that's the humanity aspect of it. The humanity aspect of it. Yeah, the humanity aspect of it and the psychology aspect of it, of the way people respond within our community, it truly disrobes them. It creates a level of transparency, I believe.
Well, some of these guys aren't used to being questioned, and you can tell.
But that's the transparency that's the transparency that makes it great, because you can portray yourself to be something, but your reactive nature truly gives the true story. You know, in a community like this that we have been building for the last year on Twitter, we don't do it to get paid. We don't get it for we don't. In fact, you've never seen my face. You don't see me on any streams. You don't see me doing anything for clout or for a web page or for my Instagram. It's one of these things that if you have enough interest to being around people of the same energy, and they contribute to your overall well-being and education, it behooves you to truly take the time to give them time, and give them attention, and give them something that their family and friends don't. Just like a new business,
I formed up a community. You know, I made my own community, man.
Yeah, and a new business, no family or friend is going to buy your product or service. It just doesn't happen. You have to go to strangers to build your business, and you have to build your tribe and the following and the interest. And the only way to do that is to do it selfishly and provide value to others for free. And if you provide that value for free and people see that value, that's a common energy. And then people will then want to associate with you, will want to be a part of you. And that becomes the shedding mechanism of the growth for what you're going through right now, because you don't hang out with the same people that you did when you were in junior high, elementary, you know. So, and the same thing as you become an adult, you know, you have your phases. So as a 50-year-old talking to a 50-year-old, I understand your level of growth and where you've been, because I've had that in my life as well.
Yes, sir.
And then I also have another aspect of it, of contribution, of inspiring people through my own mechanics based upon my own historical experiences. And it's up to the individuals to grasp it, to embrace it, to ask questions, to be a part of it, or to push it away. And those that push it away get on my shit list, because I don't need those people around me. And the people that embrace it, I welcome them with arm's length distance and provide them the breath to be able to show who they are, be what they want to
feel
be.
Safe enough to ask you questions and things.
Correct. Be vulnerable enough to show their weaknesses, because if you don't show your weaknesses, you're never going to fucking grow. There's just a flat truth.
Well, I've been pretty transparent in my career around here. I'll tell you that.
But the thing of it is that for you, you know, because you're in a public facing light at the moment, and you're in an environment of individuals that aren't very versed from the get-go financially. They don't know shit about shit, but they believe they do because they read it or saw it or heard it. But they've never had physical application to build something that's going to be of value. When they do, then they're going to have the appreciation that they do the way that you feel is appropriate for someone in your position, which is, if I produce and I give value and I have something that you see it every day and hear about it every day, why would you not invest a second to provide energy to amplify it the same way that I would do for you?
Yeah, man. And listen, let me be very, very clear, because this is something that until even this very day now, 3 weeks later, and I believe I took 2 streams, 17 hours of streaming and 2 streams, but distilled that particular, synthesized my particular motives, okay, and delivered a statement over 2 streams that was probably combined about 3 hours between the 2 streams. Now, I do have to turn that into a short and condense it. Believe me, I'm aware of how the TikTok generation works, guys. I prefer long form. That's another conversation. But there's confusion about the impetus, the gas that was in my tank when I came out of that bag. And Bullish Ox sounds like in an earlier statement, like he's also conflating this. I don't fucking give a fuck about fame. I don't want to be on a pedestal. I don't want to be famous. It had nothing, my reasons for doing what I did had nothing to do with that. And the easiest thing for these guys to do, to dismiss me, is to put those thoughts into my head as being my prime motivator for standing up and talking about a caste system and elitism and hypocrisy. The only way they can wrap their heads around it is if you want to be famous and you're trying to draw attention through being
You got to
controversial.
remember too that it's a changing of the guard in a sense.
Sure.
Because I talk to RG3 all the time whenever I get a chance.
He's a proper guy, man.
And you can see the value that he brought during periods of absolute quietness prior to this community being a community. And he's been consistent and steady and steadfast. And hence
may I ask you, are you an OG, what they would consider an OG, sir?
Second tier.
Okay, I got you. Yeah. So big payday before or after, maybe? I don't know.
Right after. After.
Get you. Okay, cool.
So it's like in any sport and in anything that the young blood comes in. They're uneducated, they're untested, they're very hungry, will outwork you, or they'll be very lazy and rest on their laurels, and you got one of the two. And within crypto, within finance, you have that mechanic. Now you add to the fact that people are under the belief system because they're stated as an OG that they've made it because they got a very fortunate opportunity at the right time in the right place and believe that they know the mechanics of how the technology works and how it's going to work in the future and how you should behave as such and who should be the gatekeepers per se within the communities when they themselves don't want to be gatekept. So it's a dichotomy in that you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. But at the same time, too, damn, the people are doing it, and I wish they weren't doing it that way, but they're going to do it anyways, and I hate them for it. And it's a commonality because it's an uncomfortable realization that their time has come and gone. Your time is now. And no one during their time told them how to do their business, but they feel compelled.
Yeah, the one fellow, I swear to God, I say if his back is, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I said on your point, I said, if this one guy that everybody, it's like an automatic switch that's always engaged, that they have to respect this guy and hold him on a pedestal. I said, if that motherfucker, and I'm sorry, that's my South Philly coming out. If that motherfucker's back is ever up against the wall, I guarantee you he brings up famous friend 1, famous friend 2, real estate, gold. And if none of those intimidate me or work, he's going to bring up his race. Or at least something about his DNA. Well, guess the fuck what happened in that session. He brought up famous friend 1 and 2, the 2 assets. And when I wasn't shook, he then told me that he was an American Indian. It's like, bro, fucking please, man.
Well, I again, and I have to defer off to how the community is evolving and disrobing people. So on the fact that people see just 4 of us here right now, it's not a true gauge for people to really understand where and whom they're listening to at this moment. I really implore most people to go on Twitter and follow a couple of the people that are part of the Hex community or part of the Hex hashtags and follow them and be a part of the rooms so you can truly hear what this is beginning to develop into. It's not a siloed echo chamber of Hexicans, rah, 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 Richard Hart, rah, 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 PULSECHAIN. No. In fact, I don't even follow Richard Hart anymore. He used to follow me. I don't follow him. He doesn't follow me. I've spoken to him on the phone. I helped him to get on Valuetainment. None of that shit matters.
Oh, wow. Okay.
None of that matters. And the reason that it doesn't matter is because it's not about what you did and how you did it. It's what you're doing today and how you treat the people today. And if you're not treating people the right way and not giving them value and respect for the energy that you're putting forth, then tell them to go do it. Tell them to do it better. Tell them to show all those words that are coming out of their mouth to have intent with action that proves their statements to be accurate and shows that your actions and your statements are invalidated. And you want to know the percentage of people that will do it? 1%.
Really?
1%.
That's
1%.
a lot less.
That's 1%. And you fall within that 1%. And people have a tendency to always pick at the person at the top, regardless if they are at the top. Just the fact that their head is above water and they can see the bald spot is enough for them to go and jump on it. Yep.
Dan, I chased all your guests out of here, man. I'm sorry.
Oh, no worries. He had stepped away from a while. His connection's been out since.
Well,
he
this is the
stopped
best
streaming
damn crypto show, so you know how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
you know,
this is
and
so cool,
and that's
man.
and that's the beauty of the community, you know, and exactly the path is the path, and nothing you can do about it. Focus on today, plan for tomorrow, but never ever remember tomorrow is never promised. It's never ever promised, and that's the truth. So your actions today
Very
should
true.
dictate how people think and remember you by. If I pass away today, right the fuck now, I know that there's enough people that may not know who I am, and I'm okay with that. But at the same time, too, there's a lot of people whom, for example, I made an impression on, and I had
Yeah,
no
brother.
idea. And I had no idea. That for me carries more value, not knowing, but knowing that someone out there has been
That's
reached.
always been pretty mind-blowing, hasn't it? Like, I forget sometimes that I've done 63 shows and that these are being watched by people. And it's like when somebody comes up to you, either, you know, tactile, analog, or virtual digital, and they say to you, that thing that you said last September, you know, and you're like, oh shit. Like sometimes you forget that
What did I say?
you're putting it out there like that, you know. Now I got to say something about what you had just said, and this is really kind of personal, but it makes it real. You know, when Mama was on her deathbed, the one thing that I said that shook up a couple of my relatives is I said to her, I said, I love you, and I said, I'll see you sometime between later today and 50 years from now. And my brother thought that was kind of macabre, or was it my sister, you know? But I was like, guys, mom knew exactly what I meant. But other people had a hard time wrapping their head around it, you know? And it's not like you wish for that, but it's just acknowledging what you guys said and what we hopefully all know. Tomorrow is, you know, never promised, man.
And I
Moment
think
is
that
what
that's
you got.
the sad reality within the community. It's that people have a very large assumption that tomorrow is guaranteed, and that their donations and or contributions or sacrifices is a guarantee for them to be wealthy. Well, first of all, you have to live long enough to get there. Second of all, you have to have enough common sense to be grown up so that when you get there, you're surrounded by the people that are going to help you to be that next level person. And then 3, 4, be able to maintain it and not lose it while growing at the same time as an individual. And people don't put that into a factor because it's not about the money. The money will amplify whom they are. But if they're not prepared and they don't have that sense of being prepared for when it arrives, if it arrives, when it arrives, if at all, how to handle it. And that their
absolutely.
colors are showing now online. So you have individuals that have money, but they don't have the skills to interact with people and be an ambassador and be a motivation to people that are seeking a way out of what they escaped from, because they don't have the empathy and they don't have the care to put behind it to show, I was taught by someone who gave me empathy and care.
Care with a
Or time.
capital C. Yep.
Yep.
No doubt.
And I should pay it forward to the next person. And it shows. If you listen to Twitter and you listen to the people speak, there's a guaranteed result of seeing the same faces at the top speaking and answering questions versus new people who sit at the bottom, never say anything, and complain and complain and complain and provide zero value and never learn. Who's going to be better off? The people who interact and ask questions, who have curiosity to make the coin or their dollar or their financial plans or their health better, or pick someone and start fighting with them and start doing absolutely nothing except waste breath. You're going to pinpoint those people out. And who are you going to associate with? Who do you want on your stream? Who do you want on your feed? Who do you want to be in your meetups with? Who do you want to go travel to? Like Frosty told me, hey, I want you to come to Ecuador. Oh, okay, see you there. When? Here's the date. I'll be there. Versus people going on there and cursing each other out and trying to show their superiority and try to shake off everyone and show that they're better. It makes zero sense.
This now, when you talk about Frosty and the resources and all that, now this takes me to the other point from, was it last week that you guys wrapped? I think it was last week, right, Dan? When Frosty and DigiSpank.
Yeah, it was last week. Yeah.
That there's guys in my community, like I've done a lot of intent stuff, intent-driven stuff. Like, for example, I had a community called the Powwow that I formed when I was kicked out of the fam, which became the Vault, because I didn't see eye to eye with some folks in there who are now doing some things on the new chain, yada yada. I shan't describe that any deeper, but what the Powwow kind of had its life. And then when I started streaming, man, I saw this other group coalescing. And one of those really interesting phenomena of when that happens organically, Dan and DigiSpank and community, is that you will notice, think about one of those old Trivial Pursuit, pieces. You got the tray that you sit the little pie slices in, and you find out that through no effort of your own, you have the guy who understands. Let's just spitball. You have the guy who's a meteorologist, and then you have the guy who knows how to weld, and then you got another guy who knows how to, say, program. Another guy can read charts. Another guy, well, he's good looking and is the fastest swimmer you ever met, but he still brings some charisma to your group. You know what I'm saying? And you go around and you find that these groups coalesce, and it is so amazing to me how that naturally, through like no effort of our own, seems to happen sometimes. And I was very pleased when I started bringing the Divergent together, which is the current, group. There's about 40 of us. Man, it's the same fucking phenomena starts happening, man. And Dan, by the way, you've been invited into that room like 3 times by me, and I'm not sure if I confuse you when I invite you or what, but you're like,
what room?
I don't think you get it. It's a fucking community on Telegram.
Oh, okay. On Telegram? Okay. All right. I barely go on Telegram, but I'll join him.
I definitely.
We don't do that. We don't do aquarium tappers or gawkers. So fuck you.
I definitely believe, though, that the added value of cross-platform right now is going to definitely bring people together towards, the positive people at some level. And there will always be detractors, and there will always be negative people.
Sure, that's the nature of life. Hey, Mama used to say, if you don't have any people who hate what you're doing, then you're not doing your job, or you're not doing it with passion. You're not standing up straight enough.
But you're right, though, in the sense that, that breadth of community is there. Like a lot of the people, Romanian knows this, Romanian, like, how would you describe all the different things that I do at this point? With all the things between bodybuilding, cars, women, science, my job.
I knew it. I don't know you. I don't know you from Adam. You did say something earlier about being able to defend yourself. See, I got the third eye, sixth sense going on. And I was like, I bet you this motherfucker is an athlete of some capacity as well. That's so funny, man.
I think that's what derives joy for me in the community, is that everyone provides their insights of their life a little bit, and you get to hear some of the more intimate things that you normally wouldn't hear from an individual when they let their guard down.
Yeah, was telling me he was one of a few people that was just like, I think you should not only be you, but keep sharing the elements of your personal life, because of the benefit that gives other people. It gives them confidence. It gives them familiarity and resonance that they're maybe not alone. Maybe gives them a little, oomph to help them stand up and share a little bit more. It personalizes the whole experience. But then it was
that's
Wags
what people are missing out.
said, every time you're feeling sad angry or confused, he said, Rags did, Brandon, he said, I want you to sit down and hit play or hit record.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. And I think that's what people are missing out is being vulnerable. You know, I'm very vulnerable with all my conversations. I think Dan's heard me enough times speak about some of the personal things that, you know, you should only share with family, because I don't have family. My friends are my family. And, you know, from my health scares to different issues. And when you share those commonalities, you know, people come out of the woodwork to check up on you, talk to you. Hey, are you okay? You know,
I've had young men tell me, I'm sorry to interrupt, but just on that point, like I've had young men approach me in my DMs, bro, and just be like, I'm not necessarily saved my life, but you gave me refreshment. You gave me air. You helped. I had a conversation with my wife. The one guy said that I've never had before tonight. And we were on a break. We had a breakthrough. And I feel like you played a part in that. And I'm like, holy shit, bro. Like that was never in my mind that could be achieved. But I'm so like fucking honored, like to the point of tears. You want to give thanks that such a thing could be a phenomenon or a result of that kind of effort. Holy shit, bro. What more could I want? What more could I want in my life?
Well, yeah, I'm a jack of all trades. You know, I've been very fortunate. My saving grace has always been sports. I've been a semi-pro athlete in multiple disciplines of sports. And I think that having that breath of being able to enjoy life and do things that most people fear or can't do or don't challenge themselves enough to go out and try it has always been my largest attraction. And I think it translates to social media. A lot of these people just sit there all day long, and Dan knows this. I'm always saying this shit too. I keep telling everyone online to get the fuck off of Twitter. Go out, you know, go touch grass for a little bit. Go to a girl. Go to the beach. Take your phone with you. Take pictures of a girl or a guy wearing a PULSECHAIN shirt or a HEX shirt that doesn't normally wear it.
Yeah.
You know, be active, but also be present that there's a real world out there. And
I'll never forget
you know,
it.
Yeah. And like, why sit all day long making yourself miserable, wishing you could do and be a part of things when it's literally outside your door?
Man, well said. So
and
what
sports
I was
is sports is the easiest way to do that. Sports is the easiest way to do that.
Yeah, just pushing your body towards any kind of limit is really, but sports is the way that you could do it, and you're not focused on your suffering because you're too concerned with that fucking ball or whatever it is, you know.
Yeah, that's true. Because
you're all in
PulseX.
Oh yeah. Listen, the thing that I was leading into was I had sent Dan and Famous a message this week, and I said, make sure you get this to the RDS DigiSpank guy and the Frosty guy, because I heard you guys talking about what I was alluding to earlier, getting out in the real, holistic, organic, tactile, analog world and bringing this world to that world. And what's happening with me and my guys, for the most part, is it's really frustrating. And I'm saying to the point of a fault, maybe we're the idea guys, but there's nothing that we fucking can affect because time, money.
Well, it's time and money for people.
It's frustrating.
It's time and money for those people that see it on that level. And that's why I keep telling people to do things outside of the real world that kind of challenge you, that want, you know, like this year I took a challenge and I said, you know, after I retired from the military, that I didn't want to go back in the water. Now I love the water. I go back into the beach twice a week, 3 times a week.
Wait a minute.
So
you were like a fucking Navy SEAL on top of everything else?
No. I worked on Coronado Island, and I worked with Amphib Base for 4 years.
Okay.
So
I've heard of it.
and I had a hot bag and a cold bag. So wherever I had to go, I had to go.
Got you. Got you. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I've known brothers like that.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
anyway, the reason I'm bringing it up, I mean, are you guys see when I say it, people don't really understand. When I say I have 4 kids, it doesn't mean I'm the 2 weekends a month dad. You got me confused with somebody else. I literally told her I would not leave the house that I just bought until I got a guarantee that I got my kids 3.5 days a week. That's what I do. Like, I work 3 different jobs. I volunteer at an old folks home. I'm a Mexican, and I fold underwear and talk about the meaning of life and look at crayon drawings, like all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like this fucking obtuse like suggestion, like, oh yeah, like I have kids and I sort of see them and I'm sort of in their life. Like, I'm like Dan is on Monday nights. Like, the kids they would die without dad. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
but
when
if you give them
money,
that interaction of being able to step away from the digital world and be a part of dad's world for a little bit, that's the value, and that's the bigger value, because the memories that you create that way, they're not replaceable and you can't purchase it.
No, and
there's
it goes.
there's
I know
simply no
everybody's
way.
sick of hearing it, but it does get everybody. For those of you who have kids, you'll co-sign. For those who don't, I'm telling you, it goes too fucking fast, man.
Yeah. That's why I
My
stick to classic
13-year-old could
dogs.
probably knock my head off, and I'm no chump. And he was my little baby. Just yesterday, he was my little baby. You know.
That's why I stick to dogs and cats.
I was gonna say, God, I hope a guy like fucking DigiSpank is procreating, because
You know what? And I had my chance to have the whole family thing, and I'm very grateful for the way it turned out that I don't. I think that it would be a disservice to them seeing now the world and the life that I have, and then having them part of it. It just wouldn't be fair to them.
You know what people say to me a lot, man, brother, when you say the world, people say to me, don't you regret or fear having brought children into this? And you know what I say to them, guys? I say, how the fuck do you know that my kids aren't part of the fucking solution? How do you know my kids weren't fucking sent here to save your ass? You know what I mean? I refuse to lay down and accept that shit or think
Correct.
of it in that way at all.
Correct. And that's the thing, that you have that perspective because you've become aware of your contribution of what's coming once you're gone, because those are basically replicants of you. They're going to carry your ideal.
Replicants? What's that, Blade Runner or something?
Yeah, I mean, literally, you took your soup salad and you took her soup salad, and you both created a soup that created a bio replication of both of you based upon genes and coding. So yes, replicants. That's what kids are. So, and it all draws back to the community, like I was saying before, that if people take the time to realize that the numerical values of what they're anticipating are going to come, that their growth needs to be far more and above beyond knowing how to purchase a Lambo or a house. Because at the end of the day, the person that's going to help you to purchase that thing is a human being. And if you piss them off, you're probably not going to get a good deal.
Wow, well said, man. Well said. Never once did I ever utter anything like that. When Lambo. Yeah.
And people still do say that. That's the funnier part now that I'm watching on some of the chats. I sit back and I listen. The anticipatory breath of I can't wait, and when, and this and that. I'm like, you don't even have $100 to rub together, bro. What are you gonna do with What are you going to do with $1 million? I mean, do you realize what the difference?
No, I'll be the first one to admit I got a lot of work to do, because all I can think about is getting out of debt. I haven't, really been able to seriously sit with myself and contemplate that. And sometimes I fear that life's beating the shit out of me so bad, it's like I can scarcely even
See, here's the problem.
it. Like, I worked my dick off to build.
So let me stop you on that one. Hold on. Let me stop you on that one, because we're going to address this the proper way for you. Ready? Okay. First of all, you're thinking about work. Second of all, you're thinking about money. Second of all, you're thinking about retirement. Let me just clear this off your plate altogether, right? You don't have any of that now. The day wakes up, you have $1 million in your account. Do you want to know what the most important thing is that you're going to do that very first day? You're going to take a breath and wake up.
I'll give thanks,
stretch.
probably, yeah.
You're going to stretch. You're going to take a deep breath and come to the realization that you don't go to work anymore, that your stress is gone. Those
And at
bills
that
aren't
point,
there.
I'll become busier than I have at any point in my fucking life.
No, and no, that's what you believe will happen. So most individuals that have sudden wealth syndrome, which I addressed with RG3 a couple of times on a couple of the shows that we
Don't
spoke
talk
about.
to me like I'm a childhood. Dude, I'm 50 years old. When I was 3 years old, my parents had the book Creative Visualization on their bookshelf.
Yeah.
Okay.
And a lot of people don't come up with that mindset that
I
you
believe we
do
control
have
a
to have that.
third.
You have to have that. You need to have that, because now you're in a new realm of freedom, but with huge volumes of responsibility. And that responsibility is so out of your mind and eyesight and visibility factor that when something comes to you, you will be ill prepared. Guaranteed. Whether it be someone getting sick in your family, or someone asking you for money, or you finally being able to realize that you could buy whatever the hell you want and you buy all of it, or give your kids money so that way they don't have to worry about anything. Every action
Or you
has a
overreact
reaction.
and buy none of it, you know?
Yep,
because you're like in a
exactly.
panic.
Every action has a reaction. And most people go by that dictation that I'm going to buy a car, a house, pay off all my bills, pay off all my credit cards, quit my job, and I can't wait. And it's going to be awesome. No, it's not. It's really not. Because now that you have nothing to do and nowhere to go to, who are you going to interact with? Who's going to know you? Who's going to know your worth?
Mo money, mo problems.
Yeah. So it's an
I think of it in
adaptive.
terms of time, RDS.
And
I
same,
really do
even
think
more
of it in
so,
terms of
even
time.
fucking more so, because now with time, you have all the time to do nothing.
But I really don't, because I know precisely what I would do. You know, instead of shoveling shit in the other guy's basement, I'd be doing A, B, C, D, and E.
Yeah, those are what you call the common changes.
Okay.
Once you get past that, then what?
I think I could
Make
fill
more
up the
money.
list pretty quick.
What was that, Dan?
I have noticed that retired Hexicans are some of the busiest people around, and I've always admired that, because that's
We
what
are.
it's about.
And we are, but it's an adaptive growth. You know, you go through the phase of what I described before, and then you wake up one day feeling like a glazed donut, and you get tired of all the same repetitive behavior, same people, same drowning effect of people trying to take things that took very long for you to acquire or earn or finally feel accomplished to have in your hands. And just as quickly as they've acquired it, they lose it because they're ill prepared. So once you get past that point that you have
Hey, I'm
all the time
listening.
in
I
the
just
world,
have to step away from the screen, but I'm listening.
It's okay.
Thank you.
while you're thinking that you have all the time in the world and you've finally cleared your schedule and you've done all the things that you wanted to achieve, whether it be to go to school or build a house or to purchase something or to learn a new language or to travel, you still have to have a life. You wake up every morning and you got to create that new path for yourself. But if you don't know how to create your new path and you don't have someone telling you, hey, why don't you create a nonprofit, put it under a corporation, have that nonprofit help people out. That way, when you have a tax offset, you can do so. Why don't you buy a LERP? Why don't you invest in life insurance? Why don't you invest in living will type mechanics, so that way in case you have a heart attack, you can have a nurse that takes care of you and the money's taken care of. No one thinks about any of that stuff because they're not educated. And what happens? Someone has a heart attack. Okay, well, now can you put a spoon in your mouth? Can you stand up? Can you wipe your ass? Who's going to do it for you? The nurse that knows that you have $2 million in the bank account and she's just waiting for you to fucking slip up so she could take it from you? Or have someone that's loving and caring who'll be able to help you and knows who to call and how to get the processes in place to take care of you and take care of the ones that you love, with the responsibility of 1, 2, 3, 10, $100 million. It's a whole new world, man. And I think that if people keep going into the communities like we do on Twitter and talk to people that actually have made that money, they'll be very, very surprised to see how ill prepared they are for what's coming their way.
Completely agree with what you said. You gonna play the guitar?
No, I knocked it over. It's a piece of shit.
So that's definitely going to be a big contribution for people to want to be a part of our community. And that's to listen to the people that did the first phase, that think that they're hot shit and did all the mistakes. And they can hand off that information to the people that are currently looking to be in their same position of wealth, freedom, and quote unquote happiness that they feel that they're going to earn.
Yeah, it's quite a groove that the needle gets into on the record when you are always trying to survive. You know what I mean? You really,
Yep.
It gets imprinted on you. You got to survive. You got to survive, and it's always hand to mouth. And
but there's
being
no
here as
financial
long as
education.
I've been here on this earth, I mean, I was a cowboy, before greenery was legal, and there were times, me and my gang, we were flush, but we spent it like fucking retards back in those days, as irresponsible as people could possibly be.
It
Spend
comes
it
down
like
to
we hated
education.
making it.
Yeah, it's education. It's straight up education.
And
The
then
more you're
later on, I
educated,
worked
you're
my
better.
dick off to build a legit business. And that fucking shammy scammy fucking gutted that motherfucker. And the IRS lost my paperwork because they wouldn't take a digital submission of a back filing. Wouldn't you know, those motherfuckers lost that shit. Here I am, a single father of 4 kids. They lost that shit. All my friends all around me are getting $100,000, $250,000. Do you know I didn't get a fucking single penny of the PPP, and they okayed me for the idle, and then fucking a week later told me, tough shit, the program ran out of money. And it was all because the IRS lost my shit, dude. I was doing backflips, calling my congressman, fucking calling anybody who would fucking listen. I said, this is not my fault. I don't know what to do
there you
here. And they
go.
were
I
like,
mean,
tough shit, buddy.
that's more of an emphasis for people to truly educate themselves about the tools that the economic energy that they're going to have it's going to come their way, and that they're going to need to know how to use it. And they don't. And coming into our groups and coming into Twitter and listening to these newer, young-blooded feeds that just don't talk about Richard Hart, that just don't talk about Hex, but talks about the humanity that stands behind all of it all, which is people, which is their actions and their collaborative efforts to make it grow, or to take advantage of it, to partake as a community in new areas that was not open to them before. And it only happens by education. And I can't only emphasize this. Everyone needs to take a step back, go touch grass, and realize that what's going on right now, regardless of what's going on in the economy and the world, it's a phase. Focus on themselves to be educated, go do something that's going to help them to become a better person, be vulnerable, and experiment with the world outside. And don't beholden yourself to these social mores and worrying about religion and what people are going to think and what people are going to do. And just live your life, invest your time, do it. Yeah, go smoke some weed, go pick up a new girl, go pick up a new guy, learn to play the guitar. Before you know it, the money will be there, and you'll be so versed like a Swiss Army knife that you can fit into any situation. And that's the true value of wealth, because the money will only amplify who you are.
Well said, man.
Well, guys, I have to be up at 4 a.m. to be at the gym, so I have to head out.
Damn.
Okay. So are you and Frosty then taking like submissions for like projects that would benefit Hexico, like to fund them?
So I
put you on the spot here, didn't I?
Yeah.
I heard you guys talking about it last week, and I was like, damn, they sound like they want to throw money at a bunch of shit.
Well, we have. That's the thing.
It's
So
like play your guitar for him.
No,
So-
I'm a jazz trained, but I'm also a
Nice.
guy who doesn't embarrass himself when his fingers aren't warmed up. So why should I spread a half view of what I am on this instrument, which is actually quite brilliant.
So as far as the programs that we're working on, he and I are both very savvy technology wise.
Yeah.
So there's some things that we've discussed in the past that create a value and benefit. We were hoping to integrate it with Hex. We don't have very high hopes of it.
Yeah.
That's not because of the technology, it's just because of the community. And we were thinking about doing it with Pulse, but of course it hasn't presented itself yet. But the technology is the easy part. The harder part, which is where I come and fill the void, is that, again, because I touch grass and I'm outside,
Right.
is I have a gaggle, a truck ton of resources. So I just so happen
But
to
you
play.
spent a lifetime building them resources too, right?
Yeah. So like, for example, the one that he asks me to help him on is I'm working on youth-based activities and also to support women, in a sport
Female
that's normal.
women. Thank God.
Well, it's a lot of the the events and sports that I'm involved in, it's very male dominated.
Okay.
So a lot of the programs that I've developed to build a relationship with have over 10 years of female active sports athletes that could benefit of a community who needs a tax write-off and donate their money to have an active, competitive, multi-state foundation that's a nonprofit organization that competes on a global basis. And I've been doing that since 2003. And I presented it and I presented it to the group a few weeks ago because I have a private group with some key players, and I said, listen, I'm doing this with or without you guys. And all I got was crickets. So that was my indication that I need to kind of move away from the Hex community at some level, put it to pen to paper, put it before them, show it that it's fully functional, and if they decide to take advantage of it.
Sorry to hear that, man. That sounds, it's kind of counterintuitive.
But here's the funny thing about it is that RG3 heard the conversation and he had to go, and he's like, RDS, send me a message. We
He's such
talk.
a fucking great guy. Man. I love RG3.
And the reason being because it's a tax write-off, so and a lot of Mexicans, a lot of Hexicans don't realize.
A lot of Mexicans.
Yeah, they don't realize is that this money that they're spending to get dollar cost average, they're still going to get taxed on it when you pull it out. And it'd be nice to pull it into something that you can get a write-off on and actually helps people and is on ESPN, and it has national coverage, and it also has international acceptance, and it has an age bracket of 16 to 54 with an average expenditure per person just to step on the field to play one game with their own equipment. It's second in cost compared to hockey, which is the most expensive sport for people to play. And people still pull the money out of their asses to go be a part of it.
Yeah.
So that type of industry is an easy way to onboard new, quote unquote, Hexicans.
Bango.
Or
Bango, bro. Yeah, man. If they don't feel it or hear it or see it, fuck them, bro. It sounds like you got yourself on the trajectory.
And I don't worry about it. I presented it to them. I gave them, the information. I even had a video that I shot. The team colors automatically on their own were PulseChain's colors. And it's one of those things again, because it's hard for people who don't have a business acuity or education in the financial industry,
right,
or understand the mechanics of what's coming their way financially, that they're going to need to give away their money. And they don't realize that. and they think that it's all in their pocket, and Uncle Sam will never get it, and that it's me factor, me.
Oh, that
But
isn't
you're
that
gonna,
funny? I came up with a term to describe certain set of people in Hexaco RDS. I call them the when memes.
yep.
WENMEMEEZ, the when memes. But hey, dude, you got to wake up in the morning. We should let you go, dude. You're the
Yep.
jam. You are the
I
fucking jam,
appreciate
bro.
that, man. Thank you
Yeah,
so
thanks
much for the
Well,
time
listen,
today.
you gave me permission to DM you, so I'm
Yeah,
gonna find
by all
you
means.
over there on Twitter and do that.
Yeah. Dan will help you out. He's got all my info.
That's
He's
what's
got all
up.
my-
That
Okay.
is totally what's up, my brother. So good to
Yeah.
talk to you. Thank you for giving me some of your wisdom too, man. For real.
It's just common sense, man. Honestly,
That's all
all
right. Yeah, and we would never be surprised how many people don't possess it. So cheers to you.
Well, common sense is not common.
Ah,
Good night, guys. Love you
good
both.
night,
Have a
man.
good night.
So nice to formally meet you now. Well,
Have a
Same.
good
one
night.
level. Hopefully face to face someday.
Will do.
All
Talk
right,
to you
brother.
soon.
Well, goddamn Dan on damn crypto damn fucking show.
What's up?
How about that shit?
Yeah, man, he's a smart guy, and he talks a
It
lot.
was
so-
not my intent, Dan, to come on here and just like have it be the RDS fucking ThothsChild show for 2 hours or whatever. I'm sorry,
it's
I didn't mean to
perfect.
go off
You
the
guys-
stream. I hope it gave value.
No, definitely. We definitely learn touch grass, and
Touch grass.
you love liquid loans. Nice. Just kidding.
I didn't say that. I didn't say nothing of the sort. I'm done talking about certain things. I'm
No,
gonna
it was
find
cool to
reasons
see the
get into
tiger
other
and the
Project
lion as
Fast
well.
now.
Thanks for showing that crypto in the hood. That was awesome. The tiger and the lion.
Fuck, man.
I enjoyed watching him. He should have his own like
Fucking
YouTube
Romanian's
channel
a
and
quiet
just,
talker. I gotta turn his ass up, man.
yeah, I can turn up my gain. I'm saying he should have his own YouTube channel and just stream that and talk whatever, you know.
Yeah,
While we're on
He
Spaces, just
reminds
have
me of
that-
another guy, but in the community, but a little more self-aware and nicer.
Oh, RDS. Okay.
Yeah. He's cool,
Yeah, he's
man.
good.
Thank you so
I'll
much.
send you his. I mean, you want just his Twitter? I guess he said you could DM
Yeah,
him.
yeah. He said, well, that's where he gave me,
Yeah.
the okay to do so. So I think that would be appropriate. I don't want to stalk him other ways, but yeah. I think Torin and I would like to reach out and rap to him about a couple things. To Torin, boy, talk about idea, man. But Torin's a polymath in his own right. I mean, that kid, Jesus Christ. He
That's your new producer or something? I was watching one.
Just
of your
he's the
shows.
one who lasted the gauntlet, I mean, I found out who was who. And after that effing thing, dude, I was just like, my heart was broken. I couldn't fucking believe it. A couple guys who I thought were my friends and going to be with me forever. Like the one of them, I would have told you he was top 5 Hexagon of all time. And I loved him. And all of a sudden he's telling the community that I don't have money because I do hard drugs, which was a complete fabrication, dude. Like it ripped my heart in half. And I was like, what's going on here? Because I didn't even go after him. I didn't even say anything about, I didn't even make a generalization about OGs or vets. I literally was talking specifically about the guys assembled and the tendency to hypocrisy through a kind of elitism or caste system. And boy, people took that 18 fucking ways to Sunday and ran with it. And I was just mortified. So my heart was broke. But you know what? Benefit? Because there's always a benefit. Like Torin, like loyal, steady as she goes, circumspect, like looking at the whole situation from a vista and taking me and saying, you could have done this, you could have said this, but what you say, it has meaning and value, and it actually is about fucking time. Somebody did that, what you did, and that was brave of you to do so. And I was like, so you don't hate my guts? He's like, nah, bro, I'm here. I'm like, you want to keep working with me, man? Like, you want to do this? And he's like, shit, yeah. I was like, all right. Torin's my co-producer. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, See, I don't talk a lot, so like to me, doing the show by myself, I don't think I could ever do it. Like, what the hell would I do? Like,
Yeah, you're
text
scary
Philly
though, because you're
stats.
always observing. Like,
So it's
like
great to bring
Dan
you on
sees
and
shit.
people that
Dan
talk.
probably sees twice as much as me because I'm too busy flapping my gums. He's sitting there fucking going do 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 do.
Well, it's also tough because I'm watching the baby usually Monday nights, so
Oh, I
that's
love
tough
her.
too.
I love her. She
Yeah,
knows what's
she's good
going
right now.
on, man. There was a time I told you guys about that time over the summer. Dan said, "All right, I think we're gonna wrap it up," and she went, "Ah!" Like she didn't want the stream to end. She knew exactly what was going on, dude. I love that.
Yep.
Little girl. Yeah, man.
Yeah, she's funny. One of her favorite toys is like a snake plush toy, so I'm like freaking out. Gotta keep my eye on her.
Oh my
I don't know
God.
why
And
she
I know
likes
how
this.
it goes because you know I got 4. So God forbid you ever like kick that under the couch or lose it. That's like apocalypse for kids.
Nah, she's not attached to it now, but
Oh, okay. Okay.
not
Yeah,
yet.
my kids used to have like a key item. Well, 3 of them did. The one couldn't have given a fuck less. But yeah.
She was only attached to me, really.
Oh, oh my
It gets
God, my
bad,
heart,
bro. Like
my heart.
I can't leave the room sometimes. Like
Oh, little girls need their daddy, man. I'll tell you what. A lot of society's ills come from that dynamic missing right there, man. Arriba, Alan Fizami.
yeah, I was looking at we didn't get you. I think we got you maybe like 3 followers or subscribers on.
Hey, man.
And I tweeted it out. I tried my best.
That's okay.
But you'll get there. You'll get there.
Well, shit. If Famous fucking puts it on his fucking thing, that might be game over right there.
Yeah, I think he will.
Well, you know what tomorrow is? Tomorrow is my long-awaited first movers interview with RG3. And part
nice.
1 and part 2 is going to be my first ever first movers that kind of brings grand designs, which is my feature about products and projects. So I've been doing these mashups, which we'll get to that in a second. But the mashup tomorrow then is going to be first movers combined with grand designs, first mover being RG3. And then after an hour of that conversation, which promises to be fucking great, guys, I ask different kind of questions than most interviewers. Halfway through, we're going to do the genesis of the discourse syndicate conversation, and we're going to be joined by Ken Kinetics. So tomorrow's going to be a good day. I might even double stream because it's time for a panel as well. I would love for you.
What are you gonna ask them?
I'm sorry, brother.
What are you gonna ask them that's out of the box? What are you gonna ask the captain?
I don't reveal nothing, man.
Okay.
Not like that. But listen,
all right.
When I'm talking about mashups, I might have confused you and Famous in my DMs. I want to do a show mashup. And when I say that, I was thinking the first one I wanted to do was Mind Spray versus Worst Damn Crypto Show. And I don't mean versus, but I do mean like I'm the acapella and you're the instrumental. And I want you to bring your top 3 guys, which by my accounting would probably be, I'd love to see Tap. It's got to be
Anyone
Tap. It's got to be one. It's got to be Famous, Tap. And then if you can get Hexter Morgan or Bullish Ox or Jimmy or Frosty or anybody, if you can get your 4 top guys, including yourself, and I'll bring me and Torin and maybe 2 other dudes. And then we just have a bullshit session is all it's really going to be. There's nothing versus about it. Nothing competitive. Although we could turn it into that. But anyway.
I mean, I'm down. Like I said, Sundays, if we can do it on a Sunday.
Sunday afternoon. Yeah, I thought about trying to pull that trigger this weekend, but I said, man, with these fucking holidays, it probably won't be until after all these holidays.
But after that, that's fine. I'll ask Tap and Morgan. I don't think he'll do it, but Tap might.
Try. I've been giving that motherfucker compliments online for a solid year, so maybe he'll
He's been busy with work, I think. At least that's what he's telling me.
No, I get it.
He hates the show now.
I saw his interview on Corey Costa. Makes me feel like I should just fucking bang my head up against the fucking wall sometimes. Because if you watch my interview on Corey Costa, which by the way, he said across platforms is like 1.2 thousand views and like nearing like 900 just on YouTube, which is fucking amazing. Because I look at some of the people Corey Costas has interviewed, and I'm like, how does that motherfucker only have 300 or 400 views? Like, they're fucking so much more qualified, I suppose, than myself. You know, it's just like, I don't get it, but I'm a goofy dude. You know, I got my funny side, and I think people like that. But on his show, at the end of it, I was like, Hexter, and this is right after the nominations came out, and I was like, why the fuck can Hexter Morgan be nominated for Hex Funny Man of the Year? I was like, I really would have put him in the top 5. And then I saw some bucktooth knuckle dragger drooling motherfucker decided to, how are you going to do the fucking Hex Awards and nominate Richard Hart? That is so fucking stupid. That's
Just
like,
give him everything.
oh my Jesus fucking Christ in heaven, dude. That's like, yeah, the Buddhism Awards featuring Gautama Siddhartha. Yay! Like, what the fuck? Are you serious? I'm supposed to beat out. Okay, wait. Listen to me, Exco. I'm supposed to beat out Richard fucking Hart for an award. Are you fucking serious? As if competing against fucking fan favorite fucking Dimples isn't enough, fucking hexologist. I gotta fucking compete against God and the baby Jesus. Good luck, ThothsChild. Oh my God, I might as well mainline fucking heroin right in my dick right now, dude. Fuck. That ain't happening.
In the main
we can
vein.
take that one off the table. It's not really important, but it would be nice being like the kind of the nonconformist rebel that gets in everybody's nerves. It would be really cool if, for me and the team and for the whole mind spray thing, if we pulled the upset, that would be fucking hilarious.
Alan, since you're in the chat, what do you do on Sundays?
What do you do?
You want to be one of the 4?
You want to be one of the 4, Alan? You can even bring 5 though, because we got to have Famous, we got to have Tap, we got to have you. But then I won't say no to having a chance to have like, what do you call him? Frosty or fucking.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
And even Jimmy, he's got a good heart. I like that kid.
Yeah, Jimmy's cool. Yeah, Bullish is good too. For some reason, Bullish
Morgan,
always.
I want to get to know that brother better. It was at the end of that Corey Costa stream, because I let that go, that I was telling Corey the story of Hexter's commercial, which just fucking made me fucking belly laugh so hard the first time I saw it. You know, what is the meaning of a copy? And he's like, that's the stupidest fucking question I've ever heard.
Funny, yeah.
That was fucking great. So I'm sitting there telling Costa about it. And this nigga's half listening. He's half listening, dude. He's like, oh. And then he cuts me off and starts talking. I'm like, Corey, I'm telling you a story about Hexter Morgan here. Why aren't you listening to me? Okay, flash forward to fucking Corey's interview with Hexter Morgan. Do you know that motherfucker brought up that fucking exact same motherfucking story to that cocksucker right the fuck there? And he was like, oh, really? Oh my God. Wow, that's so entertaining. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I must be losing my goddamn mind around here.
He never listens. Corey doesn't listen. He probably just has like 10 questions written
there
out.
was a tweet that said, like, I should firebomb your house, ThothsChild, you filthy cocksucker. And Corey Costa's like, thumbs up. I was like, Corey, do you ever read the goddamn tweets, cocksucker? He's like, wait, why? I was like, dude, you were like retweeting some shit that was like, I want to firebomb Thoth's face or something. And he was like, oh, I don't remember that. I said, Corey Costa, I said, do you read any of the shit that you thumbs up or retweet? He says, honestly, no, never.
Yeah, he's funny though.
I was like, oh my God, are you fucking kidding, bro? Are you serious? Oh, Corey Costa, bro. I feel bad for that generation. How old are you? You 27, 28? Are you in your 30s?
33.
Okay, so you might have just missed it. You guys are bad. These ones after you are the worst, dude. They are drooling fucking, like, legitimately. If you test them, they might show up retarded. Literally, I'm not joking. Like, literally, like,
It's all the
you
cell
show them a
phones,
sentence
probably.
with 5 words in it, and they're like, and they're like, that's not even like a Nintendo Switch. How am I supposed to wrap my head around those 5 words? I do love Corey. Corey knows I love him. I tell him as much, but he's still a bucktooth drooling retard.
He uses
But
big
he
words.
does know the word pedagogy. Oh, that's way out. Are you and I the only ones on here, Dan?
Yeah, there's some people in the chat. We actually got 15 people watching, I think.
Oh, that's a sin.
Yeah, it's been slow on the worst crypto show lately, but we started off with a bang. We used to have the big hitters on, like we had Whales, I had Motley.
Yeah, I saw that. Right.
Fun, and it's like,
It's the pearl of persistence,
I'm just
brother. Like I'm
really
learning that
thankful
myself.
for Famous because he's on every week, so he carries the show early.
He's good, but
Yeah,
don't
he's
stop.
very good.
Please promise me.
No,
you're
I
not
don't
stop.
plan on stopping. No.
All right, good.
No.
Yeah, I would never want that. So let's you and I do this. Let's you and I have this mashup. I'll host the first one. And then if you ever want to do the flip side over here, we could do that. That's the one thing. Now, the other thing I'm going to say here live on stream to you is something that I postulated. God, it was live somewhere and I can't even fucking remember now. But you guys in the chat and Dan, what do you think about this, man? Why don't we start, Dan, a consortium for us mid-level to small guys? And what we do, okay, and it could be just think of all the people that are doing it and are Hexagon. They're real Hexagons, first off. They're doing it like you and I are doing it, but they're not getting viral yet. And it would be nice to have these guys better positioned for the coming bull kind of thing. Why don't we start a consortium where we all make a 15 to 20 second commercial and then show it on each other's fucking streams, dude? And we could get like Hex Cowboy and fucking Hines and Hexadian and whoever and whoever and whoever, you know what I mean? And we'll have a consortium and we'll rotate. Like I'll have like, let's say there's 7 of us. I'll have a file of 6 commercials on my machine. And then each episode, my choice. However, there's really no pressure. I'll play one of the commercials. And the agreement is you guys on all the other channels will have one of my commercials on your machine in your folder to play, as you wish on one of your streams. That's a pretty good idea, right?
Yeah, 100%. I'm down to do that. That would definitely work.
Is Bullish still here?
No, I haven't seen him, but I'll bring it up to him next time
He would be the man.
Spaces.
Yeah, he would be the man for that to help us organize it. And I guess our broke asses will have to figure out how to pay him. But yeah, we'll have to.
Nobody's paying nobody. I'm not paying him.
You got to give him, man. So look, it gives more value.
Shout out to Bullish. Shout out to Bullish. That's all I got. Shout outs.
Yeah.
You're the man, Bullish.
Salami and bacon.
I love
Salami
you.
and bacon, Bullish. Yeah.
Yeah, if you ever come to Miami, I got you.
Is that where you're
Smoke
at?
him out or something, yeah. Well, yeah, I'm like 20, 30
I never knew
north.
that. Why did I think you were in Ohio? Jesus.
No, maybe the beard.
It might be the beard. Get the fuck out. Oh, that's funny, dude. Yeah, maybe it's the baseball cap and the beard. Yeah, I thought you were from Columbus, bro.
Buckeyes, baby. No,
The
but that's a
teeth.
great idea. Yeah, the buck tooth. Yeah, it's a great idea. We should definitely do that.
I think we should. So since we're here and we're fucking around and they don't want us to stop just yet, I just rattled off a bunch of names and some of them I'm not even sure. But like Hex Cowboy, I've always admired, and I think he deserves a little bit of love and his heart's in the right place.
Has he done streams lately?
I don't even know, but maybe a suggestion like this could make him feel like he's valued. Okay. That's something else I'm thinking of. So if we have Hex Cowboy.
Hex is the way. He's kind of mid-level.
Yeah, he deserves it. Although I got to tell you, these guys that spend their entire lives on the Twitter spaces, I don't know. But no, I'm kidding. It's all right.
I'm in there all the time, but he hasn't been there in a while, actually.
Who else?
Hex is the way.
Who else deserves a little help? This Top Gun Hexadian. I mean, you know, I only have so much time in my life, but I've watched. He seems like his heart's in the right place.
Never seen him. I know Jimmy, the guy that was on with us.
Yeah.
He has a channel he just started. So
Okay.
I'm down to add him.
Oh, identity block.
Yeah, of course. He's OG though.
That's okay. He got in a thing with the LL people like I got in, but he suffered greatly for it. He suffered worse than any of us suffered for calling out a project. And I don't think that's right. And I know that identity block stands for the right shit. And also, I don't conflate people's personal goddamn lives with this shit either. So I don't give a fuck on that front. Like, just we gotta stay unified and help one another.
Yeah, identity block every time I heard him speak.
You know, what can I do, dude? That was the guy I was alluding to. Top 5 all-time favorite Hexicans. Guy fucking flipped out, lied about me, doxed me, told the community I was doing hard fucking drugs as a father now, who also went through rehab. And this is all because I stood up and got in a tussle on effing Hangout. I considered him to be one of my best fucking friends, dude. To this day, I have no fucking clue. And all these guys that fucking talk shit on me and fucking do the ad hominem fucking attacks and the lies, you know what they all have in fucking common? They fucking block me so that we can't talk about it, which I'll never understand that either. It must mean they know they're wrong. Sorry, Alan.
Yeah, probably.
I thought you knew, Alan. I guess you didn't know.
I didn't know either.
Oh, it was messy, dude. He told me, he gave me money for the show, told me not to bring it up because I asked him, I said, can I please tell everybody you gave? He said, no, promise him I won't bring it up. I said, fuck. All right. I really like giving thanks to the people who helped me. Fucking as soon as that shit happened, he fucking doxed me and fucking said to everybody he gave me money and fucking all this shit. And I'm like, you know what? Next time you want to be a producer of my output and my content as a condition of giving, I don't know, novel idea. Maybe you should fucking say something ahead of time instead of it being this fucking expectation. I guess I'm not allowed to question the Hoy Aristoy of Hexico, which you know what that does? It fucking makes my original premise correct. Fuck. Sorry, fucking Alan.
Yo, you know what makes me laugh? Jim Rat, his word is staker syndrome for the Hexicans that are nothing but hex. But yeah, I don't know if you fuck with Jim Rat. Another show is DeFi Sexy Ladies.
Because I basically thought that he was a blonde-haired female when he came into the community. He's sitting there going, I don't know if I gave my seed phrases to the butler, to the maid, to my coke dealer, my ecstasy dealer. I don't know where my seed words went. I lost all this money. And I was like, oh my God. And this guy's onboarding people. Yo, dog. Like, I wasn't cool with that shit at all. Then see, I'm a Libran, guys. I see all sides at all times. When he started putting in the effort, and he showed the whole community he was willing to look foolish and learn and get better and do better. What's ThothsChild do? I start giving that nigga props, dude, left and right, up and down. I was like, good job, kiddo. You're doing a good thing. You're helping people. You're not afraid to be embarrassed. And the action of you doing this is making people who would otherwise be reticent and feel embarrassed. It's giving them the cojones to step up. Okay. And not feel like they'll look dumb, quote unquote. So that's great. That's great. That means that he's doing the work. He's contributing positively to the community. It also indicates that ThothsChild is not a fucking dickhead. Well, then what happens? Same thing that happens to nearly everybody. Homeboy gets full of himself. Fucking hubris. Huge hubris. He starts talking on stream. My girlfriend is hot. My girlfriend's hot. I can lift weights. I'm going to punch you in your face because I lift weights and my girlfriend's hot. And he's talking down to people. He's talking down to noobs in the chat. He's like, you guys are jerks and dumb people. And I'm better than you are. And I was like, yo, dog, slow your roll. And he fucking snapped back at me. And then one time I went in a fucking Twitter space. Dude, bad look. He was fucking disrespecting Brandon from rags to riches. Now, I know Brandon's a big boy. He's very smart. Plus, he could knock 98% of people out one punch. The problem is, ThothsChild knows that Brandon is now in a political situation. He has to conduct himself with a certain manner now. He can't let the street out any longer, can Brandon from rags to riches. He's really got to take that shit. I was like, punk pussy motherfucker, who the fuck do you think you're talking to? I said to Rags. Because I didn't dig the way he was talking to Brandon in his chat. He was being really disrespectful. Naturally, Brandon's like, ThothsChild, I can fight my own battles, but I appreciate what you were doing there. What do you think Jim Rat did? That sand started gushing out of that vagina. 1,000,000 miles an hour, dude. Oh, I have biceps. I'll knock you out. You're an old man who lives in a van down by a river, and my girlfriend's hot. And you're so smart, you think you're smart, but I'm smart, and you're dumb. And I'm smart, and my girlfriend's hot. And I gave my seed words to my cocaine dealer or my butler. Out of here, dude, please.
His housewife found it or something. He has a cleaner that goes by.
He said, I think I gave my seed words to my mom's maid or my assistant. I think she was my assistant. I think I hired an, and I'm sitting there like, dude, I've been like homeless and like eating food out of like trash cans and shit. And like, you're going to sit here and tell us like you're living on like $1,000 a month and life is so hard. It's like, dude, don't front, dude. Please fucking get the fuck out of here and don't front. And then like, I don't know, that whole thing of him bullying people. I was just like, do you remember? I was like, do you remember streaming with Papa Boner and Wales Only 10 months ago?
Yeah, I mean, that happened to me as well. I asked a question and he came back with like, you got to refrain the question or rephrase the question in a better way so I can answer it or something. I was just like, okay, buddy.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Your Highness. Yeah.
It's like if you ask a proper question, we'll be able to answer. It was in
dude, a kid like that, you could tell he's from fucking money because it took him that long to fucking get elitist again and act entitled. Smack you right in your mouth. I don't care how big
he works hard. I'll give him that.
Stab you. I will stab you with a paperclip and pop your jugular vein. Don't talk that street shit to people who have actually been in the streets, motherfucker. Please. Ludicrous. Ludicrous. My girlfriend's hot. Jesus Christ. My girlfriend's hot. I lift weights.
Tell him, Sam. Tell him.
Oh, poor girl. See, just talking about that guy makes children cry. It's awful. He's probably got one of his fucking fans here. They're going to run over. Oh my God. Oh my God. ThothsChild's talking about you. Be like, fuck yeah, motherfucker. Now what? Why don't you come to Philly and we can meet? We could talk. That'd be fun. What up, little girl? What's daddy doing? Why is he not paying attention to you? What are these guys doing? Hard work, says Soleil. I make myself cry, says Alan. Fils ami. I had some OGs coming after me when that whole FW, prisoner of war chain, and FF for fuckery stuff happened, trying to get me to publicly have fights. I handled it in private DMs like a man. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my God, bro. Alan. Shit, man. I really fucking wish, like, if you're just some fucking schmuck and I'm just some schmuck to you, then, you know, whatever. If it's on the streets or if it's on a stream, whatever. But if I'm your good friend, man, like, why are we not speaking man to man? I don't get that. Tin Top's right. Tin Top's right. Go ahead. No, listen, drama is drama. Drama is drama. Fights over principles, fights over liars or cheaters or thieves or bullies. That's another thing, guys. There's a difference between being a bitch, right? And some real shit. And if I think a guy is onboarding fucking 100 people into the community after giving his seed words to his maid, and then we forgive him and love him up and lift him up, and then he starts fucking bullying motherfuckers in public like your shit don't stink. Sorry. I am never the one. I am never going to be that one. Take that shit. Other people are welcome to conduct themselves as they see fit in that regard. Me? Bully buster. Fucking probably 10th generation. No. Because how's that make a kid feel, man? A kid that's in his stream who wants to be a part of this thing. He wants to be a hex.
Well, he's moved on to Zen now. He doesn't even have hex on his Twitter anymore.
Oh my God. I could have been Nostradamus. How could anyone have ever seen that coming?
But I like the drama, so I'm not gonna front.
You probably were like a studio wrestling fan growing up too, right?
For a few years, yeah. I was a Triple H guy for some reason.
See, I only know these things peripherally, but when I was growing up, we had like the Hulk Hogan and Macho Man Randy Savage and shit. And the old lady next door to me, dude, Dan, I'm not shitting you. You know how some old ladies have like Jesus and Mother Mary and shit? Like, and they have a fountain with Mary and the birds, St. Francis of Assisi, Ominos, Dominos, Seminus,
Yeah.
and they have like Jesus. Fucking this woman, she believed all that. She thought that it was a fight. She thought that it was the battle of good, versus evil. And this incarnation had come down to Hulk Hogan, man. And she like got real emotional about the shit. She had the gold lame jacket that had him on there, all orange and shit, with his bicep vein popping out.
Yeah, brother. Yeah.
She believed it. Oh, Mickey. I'll never forget her, man. That woman probably weighed 400 pounds.
She would be fat. Wrestling fans.
Yeah. Yeah, he used to make her husband, Jay. He was a tail gunner on a B-52 bomber in World War II. You know, you want to talk about a fucking piece of work. Like, everybody he knew was dead. Like, blasted straight out of the fucking sky. 5,000 fucking feet in the air. Done, son. Like, Jay lives. He's like, he talked about like his whole bomber group over Japan just got blown clean out of the sky. And he and his guys, I don't even think all his guys survived. I think like 3 of the guys on his plane fucking got killed by shrapnel, but he made it back. This fucking guy sits there and all he does all day is stare off into the distance and chain smokes the filterless, right? Fucking Paul Malls. Oh my God, dude, his fingers were yellow. I used to play Rummy 500 with that guy. Fuck.
Good old days, huh?
Good old days, man. Yeah, but his woman, man, Mickey, she thought Hulk Hogan was like, if she was a Muslim, she would have been like a militant fucking. She would have been like in the fucking Hezbollah or something for Hulk Hogan, man. Like, oh my God, that was church. That was fucking church, dude. Wow. Oh, I found some hash. Look at that. Nice.
Congrats.
Yeah, congrats, dude. Nice. Well, Dano, I probably have other shit I should do.
Yeah, let's call it a night.
I'm reading what these guys are saying. Tin Top, nobody likes the drama, and everyone doesn't have to get along. Most of us already have friends and fam, so we can be selective of who we associate with. Everything you say is true. Although, not entirely.
True. I like the
because
drama,
Romania
man.
Dane and I love the drama. What does this mean? What does that mean, dude? Dan, what's that mean? Is that a sex toy?
Tarantula?
Yeah.
I think it's the spider, no?
Oh. Okay.
I don't know what he's talking about.
What does this mean, man? Torin, you're going to take a bath? What the hell, bro? Why are you telling us that?
What you said was dirty, maybe.
Huh.
I don't know. Pre-roll dipped in hash oil, rolled in keef.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man, these newfangled kids, they got some serious shit. This kid smoked something he called moon rocks with me. It was like that, dude. It was like something with something on it and something else on it and something else on it. And I was just like, man, I used to grow like fucking blueberry in Nigeria, and that shit would knock you off your ass, dude. And that was enough. Apparently, that's not enough for this generation. Oh, thank you, Tin Top. Thank you, man. It's not, yeah, it endears me to some people. That's funny, man, Tin Top. Like Torin and I were talking about this on stream a couple days ago. Like we were talking about if I learned how to do this and that and swear less and drop some of the Philly and and then all of a sudden you start taking bits and pieces of yourself apart in order to be socially whatever. And then you look up and you realize, wow, like I'm not myself anymore. Like I'm not me. And if I start pulling parts of me off, I can't be guaranteed of what's going to fucking remain. So I think it's best not to mess with it, Although if I can get Catherine Austin Fitz on a stream or Congresswoman Cynthia, McKinney, guys, I cannot swear. I mean, you've seen me interview people and not fucking cuss before. So I think I could do that, but I don't think I can stop being like justice seeker, crazy person. That would be.
We also need a stream like that where it's nothing but conspiracies. Just start from the beginning.
Well, we got the tinfoil royals over at mine, but we don't do theories. We do conspiracy analysis. So theories are.
It would be like Titanic. Boom, this is what happened, really.
Yeah, well, you need. Oh, that's funny. Do you know I was the first person I ever heard say that the Titanic was to help get the Federal Reserve going by whacking, what do you call them? Oppenheimer or not Oppenheimer? Fucking.
There's like three guys.
The three guys. I said, I'm having a brain fart now. But those three guys, I said they whacked them because they weren't going to fucking. Yeah, I know one of you guys is doing your Google foo right now. Go nuts.
It was like Hagen, Doss, and something else.
Exactly. The New York guy and the South guy from Chicago, too. I said they did that as a maneuver because those guys were the resistance to the whole thing. And wouldn't you know, sure fucking enough, now that's like mainstream conspiracy analysis stuff. Other people talk about. I swear to God, I missed out on a lot of book money. Anyway, moving on.
A stream like that would be nice. I don't know if the channels would get shut down. I don't think so.
No, you can talk about anything. I heard Catherine Austin Fitz and her partner today literally talking about the pandemic. They said the Ovid word. They said the jab. They said pharmaceutical company. They said all that shit. And they're not even powerful or popular in the YouTube sense. Like they literally had a stream that had like 5,000 views or 4,000 views. And they were saying everything openly.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah, so I think maybe in part because of whatever maneuver Elon's like pulling, or I should say role he's fulfilling, I think this stuff is loosening up a little bit in that regard. But I don't think it's lasting or real freedom. I just think it's something to affect another change. But anyway, that's a talk for another day.
To entrap us a lot more,
Sure. Absolutely, man. This I don't say what I say about them for shits and giggles. You know, dark occult lineage, fucking master.
Well, you
psychology.
see, Ellen has all the demon stuff he wears and all that symbolism he does. Right? He's one of them.
Who? Alan fills a me.
Elon Musk.
Oh, Elon Musk. Yeah. Oh my God, that's so funny. You're making me think.
You've been talking about Ellen Fils-Aimé the whole time? I thought you said Elon Musk or something.
I did say Elon Musk earlier, but I might have been talking about Fils-Aimé. I don't know. Dude, I'm stoned and tired, so maybe we should let each other go, huh?
All right, let's have a good night. Thanks for jumping on. If you're still watching and you're not subscribed to ThothsChild's channel,
thank you. Thank you, my brother.
Unsubscribe from mine and subscribe to his.
No. Absolutely.
Nobody's going to do all that work.
Here's the thing. I guarantee you in a fucking year and a half, worst damn crypto show, ThothsChild, whether it's the Mind Spray or something else, we're going to be top tier. We're going to be top fucking 10 fucking hexagon shows out here, brother.
Hope so.
Keep it up.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we just do once a week, so it's not that bad.
Oh, I hear your lady playing with the baby.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Hey, y'all have a good night,
it,
man. And thank you for having me, dude.
And you're welcome anytime, man. Thanks for jumping on.
Thank you, Famous, for always giving me a platform. Famous, I watched back episode 25 of the Mind Spray. That was great, man. When Nate was on there, Crypto Nate, OG Nate, and Hex Siren. It was the first time in Hexco a girl ever got her hair done. It was on my show, episode 25 live stream. Fucking awesomeness. Guys,
didn't Maddie get her hair done on show too?
Who, brother?
Maddie Allen.
Oh, you're wicked. I said a woman, but okay, yeah, I could dig that. All right, word. I said a woman.
And we're live.
You're.
What are you, some sort of hexagon?